4 punts now he has placed inside the 10-yard line. In
the defense would do its job, force a punt, and then the Owls' offense went to work, capped off by this touchdown pass.
Ball at the 13-yard line. Wright's going to throw it into the end zone for Johnson. Jalen got it. Touchdown. What a catch by Jalen Johnson as he leaped into the air and he kept both feet in the back of the end zone. And what a throw by Mikey Wright. And it's
Adrian Medina's extra point, and the Owls have tied things up at 7-7. The defense then took stage to the next Floyd Central possession.
Moe in the shotgun, takes the snap, back to throws, got time, throws it down the field, and picked off by Johnson. It was behind the receiver, intended for Zanell Wallace. Jalen Johnson in coverage, and he picks it off, and the Owls have it 1st and 10 at the Highlander 45-yard line.
The Owls would take advantage of the short field, and at the start of the second quarter, Mikey Wright found Trayshawn Hawkins out of the backfield.
Left of right, back to throw is Mikey, wants to set up the screen. He's got it set up perfectly. Hawkins at the 15, cuts it into the 10, down to the outside of the 5, into the end zone, touchdown, Seymour. Boy, that was set up beautifully by the Owls, and they got a great block out there. Who was that, Lance?
There were a couple of them out there.
Blake Stainbrook got a big-time block to free Hawkins, and he pounces it into the end zone, and the Owls in front by a score of 13-7. Well, now
Seymour would go for 2 following a defensive offsides and converts a pass from Mikey Wright to Alex Milliken, and the Owls in front 15-7. Floyd Central had the ball around midfield on their next possession. The Owls defense came up big again.
3rd down and 3, right at midfield. Mole in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands to the new back, and he gets hit at behind the line of scrimmage and brought down. The new back in there, I believe, was Garver Kelly on the carry.
I see a number
and
on
Jackson Brock is the man who hit Kelly, and Will Mahoney was up there as well. And that's going to.
Floyd would then fake a punt on 4th down, and what originally thought to be a 1st down brought the chains out, and it was short, so Seymour took over just on their side of the 50. The Owls would again, a nice drive that capped off with Mikey Wright this time.
Once again, they are in that power formation. Nugent lines up as the fullback. Wheeler to the right of him. Johnson,
1-2-1-2.
Tight end to the right. Mellencamp tight end to the left.
Exactly
Mikey's going to keep it. He's going to trounce into the end zone for an easy 4-yard touchdown run. Coach Zeri gets a play call of the game.
I could not have called that one better.
You betcha.
Extra point good by Medina, and at that point the Owls were rolling. 5:55 to play first half. It was 22-7, but then the light switched and it became Floyd Central. The Highlanders would score a big touchdown on the next possession, convert a 3rd down play, and then Jack Mole 57 yards to David Pennington. Extra point was good, and it was 22-14. The Owls then had a couple penalties, forced to punt. A short punt gave Floyd Central the ball inside Seymour territory, and the Highlanders on the final play of the first half, a 4-yard touchdown pass from Jack Mole to Nolan Lippert. They faked the extra point, went for 2, and converted, and we were all even at halftime at 22-22. And then Floyd Central was dominant in the second half. The Highlanders would score on their first 3 possessions of the second half, a 9-yard pass from Mole to Kaiser, a 49-yard run by Sebastian Robertson, and then a 3-yard touchdown run by Camden Harrett. And then they added another 17-yard pass from Mole to Polk, and couple that with the 15 points they scored in the first half to close the half. It was 43 unanswered points and a big 50 on the scoreboard, 50-22. The Owls would score on their final drive of the night, a 6-yard rushing touchdown by Mikey Wright. Extra point was good to make the final score 50-29. Mikey 11 of 17 passing for 152, couple TDs. Nick Wheeler 17 carries, 68 yards. Trayshawn Hawkins 8 for 29, couple catches for Trayshawn for a touchdown. Johnson 5 catches, 90 yards and a touchdown. Coach Tyson Moore on the Tyson Moore Show last night about the tough defeats.
It was one of those games where we were really high and then we were really low, and that's one thing that I always tell our team. We've got to make sure throughout a game, especially, that we're not getting too high when things are going well, but we can't allow ourselves to get too low. And unfortunately, I thought Friday, as well as we played in the first half, we kind of flipped opposite going there and really into the fourth quarter more than anything. So it was a hard one. That was a tough one to swallow. We took it on the chin, but we woke up and came in Saturday and looked at what went wrong and why it went wrong, and we started a new week this week. So.
We'll have to put the loss behind them. Another Hoosier Hills Conference matchup tonight, as the Owls on the road to play the Bedford North Lawrence Stars. Again, the final from last Friday on homecoming. It was Seymour losing Floyd Central 50, Seymour 29. Up next, our fall sport recap. Look back at the week it was for Seymour High School sports. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
New Legacy understands the importance of securing your future, and we are ready to serve you at either of our locations in Seymour or Scottsburg. Insurance isn't just about protection. It's about providing peace of mind and financial security for you and your loved ones. Whether it's safeguarding your business, home, or health, New Legacy is here to guide you through the process and ensure you have the coverage you need. Don't wait until it's too late to protect what matters most. Call today at 812-271-2000. Or visit us to start building a legacy of security. When it comes to insurance, do what you do best and delegate the rest. To us at New Legacy.
Why should everyone have an annual eye exam? Various diseases can be detected early through a comprehensive eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, the doctors look for signs or symptoms for various diseases, not just for the eyes. Through an eye exam, you are able to detect diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, tumors, and stroke. Do not delay. Call Connor Smith Eye Center today for an eye exam. 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Bob Pointer Family Dealerships is the #1 pre-owned dealer in South Central Indiana and 17th in the entire state. Hello, this is JB Hackman. Bob Pointer not only sells pre-owned vehicles, we buy them too. Your car is probably worth more than you think. Get a cash offer in under a minute. Head over to bobpointergm.com/radio or stop by the dealership for an appraisal. Bob Pointer Family Dealerships, where we sell and buy pre-owned vehicles. Thanks and have a great day.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162. Back on our pregame show, we continue to count down to kickoff. The Owls and the Stars tonight here from Bedford North Lawrence. And we look back at the week it was for Seymour High School fall sports. Monday, the girls' golf team competed in the Hoosier Hills Conference tournament at Valley View Golf Course. The Lady Owls finished fourth with a 388. Floyd Central won the conference title with a 305. Bedford was a distant second. I want to tell you this score. Paige Giovanco of Floyd Central shot a state record 10 under par 61 as the meet medalist. That's incredible. Shayna Spray was named honorable mention all conference. She shot a 91. Emmy Followell a 93. Katie Cottrell a 95. And Emily Windley a 109. And then Tuesday, girls golf team beat Bloomington South 190 to 194 at Shadowwood Golf Course. Shayna Spray again low for Seymour with a 42. Katie Cottrell a 49. Emily Followell a 47. And Emily Windley a 52. Girls soccer team, couple matches this week. Saturday, they lost to Silver Creek 4-0. Tuesday night played really well in a 2-0 loss to Floyd Central. Lady Owls got back on the winning track last night, beating Bedford North Lawrence 5-1. Kenzie Hinkle, a hat trick for Seymour. Ella Brock and Emma Woodard each had a goal. Seymour's 2-10, 1-3 in conference play. Girls volleyball Saturday won the Connorsville Invitational for the 5th straight year. They beat Rising Sun, Indianapolis Pike, and Connorsville in straight sets. JV team won that tournament as well. Monday night, Lady Owls beat Hauser 25-5, 25-7, 25-7. Top hitters, Greer Henry, 17 of 20, 9 kills. Zoe Williams, 11 of 11 with 9 kills. Henry had 9 aces. Anna Fish, 30 assists. Talked with Angie Lucas after that win over Hauser.
Yes, we wanted to work on some things, clean up some things, and we were able to do that tonight. It was really a great night for us to do it.
You got a chance to play some other people, too, in different positions, maybe even.
Exactly, and that's always fun for the girls, giving the middles a chance to play back row, letting, some of our subs that don't get a lot of playing time and get a chance to get on the floor, and they did great, so it was fun to watch that.
Seymour is 13-7 on the season. The Lady Owls also won the JV match 25-18, 25-16. Lola Polonese and Rachel Stanfield were the top hitters. Top server was McKenna Bobb. Lady Owl JV team is 7-8. Cross-country teams on Saturday ran in the Eagle Classic at Brown County. They competed in the AA division, which was the second of the 3 divisions. Jasper won the girls' race with 71 points. Lawrence North and Cord in second and third. Seymour scored 270. Gracie Adams was 18th. Emma Dorio was 35th. The boys, meanwhile, finished 6th out of 19 teams in that division. Franklin won. Terre Haute South was second. Seymour had 163. Ty Termullion 21st. And Caleb Jablonski was 23rd. Boys soccer team on Tuesday lost a tough one to Floyd Central 2-1. Highlanders scored a pair of corner kick goals after Seymour had taken a 1-0 lead. Early in the second half, Juan Fernandez scored the Seymour goal. Last night, the Owls celebrated senior night with a 5-0 win over Madison. Talked with Coach Matt Dennis after that win.
First half was rocky. Credit to Madison. They were pretty difficult to play against, a little bit organized defensively, more than we thought they'd be. So it took us a minute to figure out how we were going to break them down. And we talked at halftime, and we see 4 goals in a half, and 3 of them came from stuff that we talked about at halftime. It's nice for a coach to see. Proud of the boys, proud of their bounce back. Another big one on Saturday against Lawrenceburg. Hopefully we don't rest on this and we come back tomorrow ready to fight.
Talk about your seniors.
They're great. I've coached some of those boys since, Jake was on Dominic's travel team, or rec team, and Dominic was 7 years old. So, I've known Jake, and Miles was on one of Dominic's early travel teams. So these boys, they've come up with my kid, and so I coached them a lot throughout their early years, and I don't know that I've had a senior class that I've known for this long, and they mean so much to me in the program. I think it's been great what they've done. We're going to miss them, but I hope we don't have our end of our season too quickly. I'm hoping that we get to enjoy their presence for many more games.
Miles Chandler had a pair of goals for Seymour. We caught up with the senior afterwards as well and talked with him about his senior night experience.
Senior night, 2 goals. Can't ask for much better, right?
No, cannot. Maybe a hat trick.
You were trying.
No, I was trying.
Tell me about your 2 goals. Set up pretty well?
Yeah, they did exactly what I guess I'm built for, is just threw balls and let me run on and tap it in. It worked perfectly.
Talk about your fellow seniors going out with this. Pretty cool.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
Talk about your fellow seniors. You got a lot of them in this group.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to hurt next year. I mean, we're losing a lot of good guys. I mean, a hell of a keeper with Lance, our all-district center back, and Jake, and we even have a couple guys off the bench that could easily start for us, and Juan and Donovan. I mean, great teammates, awesome guys. I mean, Ty, David, just a whole bunch of awesome guys. And we all love the sport. We all love each other, and it's going to be, I just couldn't ask for a better group of boys.
Markinson Paul, Caden Cox, and Bartolome Sebastian also had goals for Seymour. The Owls' record is 7-5. Boys tennis team won the Shelbyville Invite on Saturday. They beat East Central 5-0, Shelbyville 4-1, and Columbus East 5-0. The Owls last night beat Columbus East 5-0. They lost just 4 games total at all 5 positions. Parker Thompson, Carter Stein, and Gus Henry were winners at singles. Sean Takuchi and Joel Stevens at 1 doubles. Xavier DuBois and Griffin Eggers at 2 doubles. Seymour is 14-2, getting set for Hoosier Hills Conference play next week. And the Seymour JV team lost a wild one at JV football team lost a wild one at Floyd Central 34-28. Their record is now 1-3. Halftime tonight, our fall sports spotlight is on the girls volleyball team as we spend some time with head coach Angie Lucas. Up next, our weekly conversation with Seymour Athletic Director Kirk Mans. You're listening to Seymour Owls football on 92.7 WXKU.
Many companies already rely on Saiho Insurance Services to connect them with high-quality, innovative, and affordable health care. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Saiho Insurance Services. And not only do we provide flexible and affordable health benefit solutions for companies of all sizes, we also offer a wide range of products and services, including comprehensive third-party administration, fully insured plan options, and a local support staff, among many others. Let our local team help you navigate their healthcare needs today. Call us at 812-378-7070 or visit saiho.org today.
Ready to make a difference in our community and be part of something great? Outreach Ministries of Seymour is a local nonprofit dedicated to meeting our community's needs through the love of Christ. Every second and fourth Saturday, our food trailer provides free meals, clothing, and hygiene items to anyone who wants it. Come join us and experience God's love. Event details can be found on our Facebook page, or you can visit us on our website, outreachseymour.org, for more information.
Time for our athletic report as we talk with Seymour High School Athletic Director Kirk Mans. The Owls get set to play Bedford North Lawrence here tonight as we talk a little bit about some other fall sports. And boy, it's that time. We got sectional already. Girls golf is always the first one, but tomorrow Coach Hoffman's squad, they have improved so much from the first day of the year to now, and certainly wish them the best of luck over in Bedford.
Our girls always do, it seems, and it has not cooled down yet. So by this time of year, we're usually talking about the weather changing, but we're still in the heat, and looking forward to the golf sectional starting. We've also got the Hoosier Hills Conference tennis tournament beginning this coming Monday. We are hosting the New Albany Bulldogs on that first night as well. So we are moving into some postseason play.
Yeah, and tennis team off 14-2, having a great year, and you know, the luxury of looking ahead. That would be a wonderful thing if we could maybe host the conference championship, because it would be on our courts a week from tonight.
Yeah, that's the hope. I mean, we've had a really nice season, and our losses have been to quality opponents, and the conference games that we have had, we don't play every single team, but we've played, I think, all but one. And we've done very well against them. So I know that the expectations are high and the hopes are high.
You mentioned the weather, the fact that we're still talking 90-degree weather here in mid-September. I will say I'm sure the farmers need the rain, but it certainly has not affected fall sports any this year, has it?
No, it's been nice. We haven't had to deal. And the other thing is we haven't dealt with any thunderstorms up to this point, and that's been nice. And I think probably the other nice thing is I haven't had to mow my grass in a while. And so that's always good. At least it is for me this time of year, being busy. But it's been a good fall for that, and it's kind of crazy. Time just keeps rolling. Our winter sports are, you know, they're up and going, and they're limited contact periods now, and they're moving, and before we know it, we'll be moving into that.
Yeah, probably as an athletic department, you already are starting to plan ahead for winter as far as I know you line officials up even a year in advance, but you're already probably ticket takers and things of that nature. You're already starting to deal with some winter sports.
Yeah, it takes a lot to run the events, and we're fortunate to have a small number of dedicated people that help us and do a great job, and we're so thankful for them. And there's always room for other good people to jump in, and so trying to recruit always, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot of planning, and it takes a good load of people.
As always, Kirk, I appreciate the time. We'll talk again next week.
Absolutely. Go Owls.
Up next, our scouting report on the Bedford North Lawrence Stars, including a conversation with their head coach, Derek Barker. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
At Stoll Insurance, we focus on the farm and agribusiness insurance market. Whether you own a grain operation, hog confinement, livestock, or hobby farm, we work with industry-leading carriers that know and understand the risk you have. We take the time to individually learn about your operations in order to best protect you. Call or stop by today to talk to one of our farm agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, or Chris Stahl, at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour, or we can be reached at 812-524-0692.
Joint pain, injuries, or foot problems shouldn't keep you from enjoying the game. From athletic training to rehab to leading-edge surgical care, the specialists at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help athletes of all ages get back in the game. And for quick injury relief, the walk-in clinic in our Seymour office is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. No appointment needed. Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, proud to be the official sports medicine and athletic training provider for the Seymour Owls.
Ready to hit the open road in a new car? At the People's Bank, we make it easy to get behind the wheel with our competitive rates. Whether you're eyeing a sleek sedan or a rugged SUV, we've got you covered. With personalized service and loan options to fit your budget, your dream car is just a drive away. Visit the People's Bank nearest you to learn more. The People's Bank, your journey starts here. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
You can count on us.
Back at Bedford North Lawrence, we continue to count down to kickoff. The Owls of the Stars here tonight on this Friday night of high school football. And it's time now for our scouting report on the Bedford North Lawrence Stars. They come in with a record of 0-4. They lost to Martinsville 50-7, shut out by Bloomington North 45-0. And they've lost back-to-back conference games, 33-12 to Jeffersonville, 22-12. Last week to New Albany. They're coached by Derek Barker. He's in his fourth year as the head coach of BNL. And I had a chance to talk with him earlier this week about his football team. Here was our conversation. Well, Coach Barker, first of all, thanks for taking the time to join us. Obviously, you're off to an 0-4 start, not the start you obviously would have hoped for. But I know you've got a lot of young players, and I guess just looking for improvement. It does look from a score standpoint that you have improved from game one to where you are now.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you having me on and giving me some time to talk about our players and our team here. But yeah, like you said, pretty disappointing to not be able to, see the progress in the win column. But I do feel like, our performance, our play has been improving each week. We're a young group that came in the season without very much varsity experience. So, we were kind of anticipating there to be some growing pains early on. But, the kids and coaches and everybody's done a really good job of just continuing to be, focused on the process of getting better every day. And, hopefully we'll be rewarded with a win here soon. But, we've had a tough start. We've had a bit of a tough schedule, not played our best at times, but we're certainly improving, I feel like.
Coach, talk a little bit about, obviously, last week against New Albany. You were in that game, obviously, till the very end. Just a couple plays here and there really is what the difference was, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was one of those things we just weren't able to kind of be opportunistic and just kind of grab the control of the game. Defensively, I thought we played all right. We gave up 2 touchdowns on fourth down. One on a kind of a miscommunication in the secondary, and another just I think we were kind of just gassed and just not able to finish the drive. So, that's frustrating to be a play away from getting off the field, getting the ball back to the offense, and then giving up a big play and obviously giving up points. We didn't play very well in the kicking game. We gave some points away there, which has kind of been a trend this season for us because we've given away a lot of yardage and points in the kicking game. And then offensively, it was our best game of the year running the ball. We were able to get some momentum going there, but ultimately, in that second half, we probably went away from the run a little too much, and then just, some drop passes, some missed plays that were there, and ultimately, when you do those things in all three phases of the game, it's going to be tough to win, especially against a pretty good opponent.
You mentioned, Coach, a lot of new faces, especially from the skill standpoint. Talk a little bit about some of the bright spots, players that you have back there that you've been happy with so far.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really a fully new group here. The only skill player we had with much experience coming in was Gavin Peterson, a senior receiver that ended up getting hurt. He's going to be out for the season. So we're really kind of a whole new group. It's an exciting group, though. Quarterback-wise, we've got Dason Kirby, and then Lucas Ira plays some as well. They're both guys that getting their first kind of varsity experience this year. But they've done a good job of coming in, and we kind of had to change things up just offensively from kind of a personnel standpoint. But they've done a good job of kind of grasping what we're trying to do. In the backfield, we have Brody Horton, who is a sophomore, again getting his first varsity action. But he's done a really good job. He's a really good kid back there. Not the biggest, strongest, fastest kid, but he does a really good job of understanding how to run in our offense, where his cuts are, having good vision, and doing the little things that matter. And then from a receiver standpoint, we've got Daxton Short, Parker Kern, Driven Axum, Jaden Gilbert, kind of the four guys that we typically start with and play for most of the game out there. And all four of those guys, they're a little different. They're different size, speed, strength-wise, but they complement each other well whenever we can, kind of utilize them at their best. And so they've done a good job. I think they've all, had games where they've kind of stood out and been the leading receiver. It's not one of those things where we're forcing the ball to any one guy or anything. We're pretty comfortable with all four of them, outside getting the ball, whether it's deep passing game or short intermediate passes. And then we've also got a couple tight ends that we play with in Gibson Crane and Tate Tanksley as well that are, primarily run blockers for us, but they've got the ability to get out and catch some passes as well.
Defensively, Coach, I look at your on your two deep, two seniors, so again, another young group on that side of the ball too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yep. Once again, we've got a group a little more experienced on defense. Some of our juniors played last year as sophomores. But yeah, with our seniors are Garrett McDuffie and Tate Tanksley in the front seven for us there. And it all starts with us on our defensive line, really. That's where we feel like we're the strongest and have the most experience. That's Brady Byers and Gibson Crane. Tate Tanksley plays up there some as well. Kids that got a lot of action last year. And then also in the back end, Luke Morris and Driven Axum are kids that had varsity experience back there a little bit from last year. So, yeah, it's a young group, but they're coming along. Same type of thing as the offense. We feel like we've got guys that at all three levels of the defense that are solid players. It's just about, getting all 11 to play together and do their job all at the same time, for 4 downs in a row and get off the field.
Coach, what are your impressions of your opponent tonight, Seymour?
Yeah, they're a good football team. I think they've had a little bit of just bad luck here and there. It seems like kind of in the win-loss column. I think they're a team that's a lot better than their record shows for sure. I think Seymour's always going to have a good offense with Coach Moore. He does a really good job starting with the offensive line and some of the scheme stuff that he runs. Obviously, offensively, Jalen Johnson's a kid that seems like he's never going to graduate. Every year it seems like he's one of the top guys in the conference that you got to try to slow down. He's a tremendous player. And, there's other guys that complement him really well as well. I think the running backs do a really good job of running hard, having good vision and keeping teams, where it's a balanced attack offensively. And then defensively, it seems like a group with a lot of experience. I know it seems like they bring a lot of guys back from last year. They play aggressive. They do a really good job in the run game, I feel like. being physical, playing their techniques. Scheme-wise, they're pretty similar to us. So, it's always a group that, we enjoy watching and kind of seeing what they're doing and learning from. We know it's going to be a physical game. It's going to be hard to move the ball on the defense, so we got to take advantage of opportunities when they're there and just not commit any, big mistakes or turn the ball over.
Coach Derek Barker of the Bedford North Lawrence Stars. Coach, as always, I appreciate the conversation. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me, and best of luck to you all.
The Stars are 229th overall in the Sagrins. Seymour comes in 173rd overall in the Sagrins. 0-1 for both teams against common foes. Both lost to Jeffersonville. Bedford's opponents' records are 13-3. Seymour's 9-6. The Owls have won 3 out of the last 5, despite the fact Bedford won last year at Bullitt Stadium 36-28. Seymour has won the last 2 meetings here at BNL Stadium, including a sectional semifinal game. And the two teams 5-5 in the last 10. Looking forward to the matchup here tonight as the Owls and the Stars kick it off. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have tonight's Coach of the Week. It is defensive line coach Cody Johnson. That conversation in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Jackson County Dental. It's time to put a sparkle in your smile with Jackson County Dental in Seymour. Picture this. Same-day crowns for that instant oral treatment, teeth whitening to brighten your day, and Invisalign for a straighter, more confident you. Their team is here for all your dental needs, from routine care to tackling tooth pain and those pesky fillings. And families, this is your dental home. And guess what? They're making it easy with Care Credit, so you can focus on your smile, not your wallet. Call Jackson County Dental today and let Dr. Drake, Dr. Pierce, or Dr. Doug pamper your pearly whites. Jackson County Dental, now accepting new patients. Jackson County Dental.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance, we are here when you need us.
This Veterans Day, Royalty Roofing is proud to honor our brave veterans who have served our country. It's time to give back to those who've given so much with the Royalty Roofing Veterans Day special. We're offering a free roof repair or replacement to a deserving veteran in need. Nominate a deserving veteran or submit your own story for a chance to win. Just visit royaltyroofing.com/Veterans Day and fill out the form to enter. Submissions must be in by September 30th. Together, let's salute our heroes with a new roof over their heads from Royalty Roofing. Royalty Roofing, sheltering those who have shielded us.
Back on our pregame show as we have our coaches segment tonight, and with us is defensive line coach Cody Johnson, his second year with the varsity program. I know you've spent some time with the middle school before here, but obviously probably a little easier transition this year, knowing what to expect at the high school level.
Yeah, definitely. I think going into this year, too, I kind of sat down and thought about, the way I did certain things as a coach, like through individual time or things I looked for at film, and kind of learned from that. And this year I feel a lot better about what I'm doing with my players and putting them in better spots to be successful.
Defensive line coach, this group is one that's not very big, no question about that, but very athletic, very agile, I guess, compensating for the lack of size.
Yeah, so that's one thing I've really emphasized is us trying to get that fast fire off this whole season. So you have that speed, you want to use it, and it definitely has helped us through a few of our games with some tackle for losses. You have guards or tackles pulling, and our fast defensive ends, tackles type players are getting to the backfield, getting tackled for losses, which you kind of want. So if you don't have as much size, you definitely got to be quick.
I thought against Floyd Central, Curtis Burke in particular had a really fine ball game, plugged up the middle, especially that nose tackle. That's his job, is to kind of plug the middle, isn't it?
Yeah, so Curtis he is really good. Going into last year, we were expecting him to start. He got kind of injured, which kind of delayed him getting a whole lot of playing time, I think. But one thing he this season and throughout the summer we really worked on was learning how to play that nose tackle spot. He's gotten really good at two-gapping. I would even go as far as say he's better at two-gapping and kind of playing the job of nose than what Royer was last year. Royer was strong and fast at firing off, but he oftentimes would just shoot a gap. Curtis is very good at reading plays and understanding how a team's blocking and be able to recognize which way the play is going, which has helped him get a few tackle for losses and into the backfield a lot this year.
As a defensive line coach, what are things that you look for when you're looking at film and you're breaking down film? What are things you're looking for on the other team's offensive line that you try to install or talk to your defense about?
Yeah, so one thing that you look at is the way they step certain ways on run play versus pass play, and you try to make sure your players understand like how to recognize within that first step or so, like what kind of play it is and where it's going to. But beyond that, like we're going to spend some time. We usually spend some time on looking at how they pass set and maybe try to figure out which moves would work best to get into the backfield on pass plays, or if we see them take a certain step, we know it's a pull play. So kind of allows them to we try to practice that during practice throughout the weekend, kind of lets them get used to it before we get into the game on Friday.
You're out a lot of times. You're one of the first coaches out on the field. I know you helped get the video equipment set up. You and Coach Wolf and Coach Ritchie, and obviously you arrived to the games a little bit sooner than maybe with the other kids. So that's one of your jobs, is to help kind of get the sideline set up.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people see coaching as this really fun thing you do. You go to the games, then you leave. But there's so much more involved with it of setup. So yeah, one of the big things I do is make sure our headsets are set up for the coaches. Some of the other coaches they each have kind of a task assigned to them. So yeah, one of the things I do is drive the van to all the away games, and then I also unload the van and make sure the entire sideline's kind of set up and ready before the players get there for us to do coaching. And then the not so fun part is having to take it all back down, especially after a loss. That's not something you want to do, but you kind of have to. It's part of the job.
Probably don't miss those bus rides, do you?
No, definitely. I'll say this is that the buses are not fun, but the not driving part is. So whenever you're driving 2 hours to a game and then away back to a game, that's not so fun either. But it's kind of nice to allow me to kind of have time to myself to think about what we're doing, making sure I have kind of the keys to what our defense line needs to know going into the game, and gives me time to kind of set stuff up about being around players.
I didn't talk to you about this beforehand, but I know last year you worked with the JV team. Do you work with them again this year?
I did a little bit. So the first 2 weeks I did against Greenwood and Jeff, but shortly after the Jeff game, we kind of were looking at it. Coach Wolf does most of the stuff when it comes to defense or varsity. All of us kind of put in a little bit of time, but he's kind of the only varsity coach. We all kind of dig JV and varsity. So I'm not the defensive coordinator this year. Going forward, we're passing that on to Coach Holt. So it's kind of a double positive, I think, is that it gives me more time to help the varsity, and it kind of gives him a little bit more responsibility. I know last year that helped me a lot at understanding coverages. It's something I never worked on in high school, and as a D-line coach, I don't really think about. But after working with a JV, and it starts giving me a better understanding, it kind of helped me kind of develop as a coach. So I'm kind of hoping, I know he's wanting to do that, but kind of helps him understand run game stuff more than what just coverage stuff, because he's more of a DB coach.
And on Friday nights, obviously you're out there coaching the defensive line, but I'm sure there are other obligations that you have on Friday nights in addition to the setting up the equipment.
Yeah, so last year and this year I usually help signal in calls with Coach Wolf to the players, whether it be a defensive line call or a coverage call. But beyond that, making sure we look at our huddle sideline and see what kind of went wrong on the previous play and trying to correct that, and then also just making sure players are in the right position, making substitutions, and then talking to players and fixing anything that we need to fix to get ready for the next drive.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time as always.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. Cody
Johnson, our Coach of the Week. We'll take a break. We got our Commissioner's Report and the Hoosier Hills Conference Report coming up. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Make sure your heating system is ready for whatever weather winter brings. Whether it's a fall tune-up for your current system or installing a new one, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, your local Bryant dealer, will do whatever it takes to keep your family comfortable this winter. With quality parts, reliable system, and advanced technology, they provide service you can trust. To schedule an appointment, contact Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Bryant, whatever it takes. Watch for Jackson Live opening soon, both in Freeman Field.
Jackson County Dental. It's time to put a sparkle in your smile with Jackson County Dental in Seymour. Picture this. same-day crowns for that instant oral treatment, teeth whitening to brighten your day, and Invisalign for a straighter, more confident you. Their team is here for all your dental needs, from routine care to tackling tooth pain and those pesky fillings. And families, this is your dental home. And guess what? They're making it easy with Care Credit, so you can focus on your smile, not your wallet. Call Jackson County Dental today and let Dr. Drake, Dr. Pierce, or Dr. Doug pamper your pearly whites. Jackson County Dental, now accepting new patients.
Jackson County Dental.
New Legacy Wealth Management understands the significance of financial planning and the impact it has on your future. Our location in Seymour, New Legacy Wealth Management, makes it easy to navigate your needs. Hi, I'm Matt DeSablon, and together we can personalize financial strategies, helping you with retirement, education, savings, and investment growth. Working with a professional not only ensures you're making informed decisions, peace of mind knowing your financial future is secure. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy Wealth Management. To start building your legacy today, call us at 812-271-2000.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
The doctors at Connor Smith Eye Center in Seymour are proud to have cared for the vision needs of the community since 1998. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Don't miss your yearly exam. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. This is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, last time we talked, we were talking about the fall sports program. It continues. We will have girls golf championship this weekend. Is that possible?
Yeah, the tournament kicks off, Coach, and it's a short tournament, short season, but yeah, the girls golf sectionals across the state will begin this weekend. And then 3 weeks after that, we're going to celebrate state championship at Prairie View Golf Course in Carmel, Indiana. Been our home for quite a while, and incredible venue with golf. And again, it's fun to watch these kids participate on the highest stage that we have in the state, and they're going to do well.
I have played that course. It was not very nice to me, or maybe it had something to do with my inability to play. But it's a magnificent course, and I think it just continues what our student athletes in Indiana have, is the ability to play in some and on some of the greatest facilities, not only in our state, but in the Midwest and in the country.
No question, Coach. And we try to sell that ever. We don't. It's also about the venue, incredible venues, but with every one of those venues comes along an incredible partner. And it's the staff there at Prairie View Golf Course. They understand high school golf, and they put on a state preview, and they give the kids opportunities to play there outside of the state championship series. And then, every tournament that we walk through, when we get to our state championship venues, we walk into those facilities with relationships with, the Pacers and the Fever and the Colts, and, we're the Ball State where volleyball will be this year. And then it's just different in Indiana, and I'm just happy that we get to celebrate these kids and what they do here in this state.
These are lifetime memories for kids, their families, their friends, and that's why it's so important to always keep uppermost in your minds that this is about the student-athlete experience, which is one of the things that I'm proud to say I appreciate most about the IHSAA.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. And that's one thing that we really want to always remain keenly focused on, is those experiences. And you've heard me say before that I know you think this and I think this, but when I got to put on that North Posey Viking jersey when I was in high school, it meant something. And it meant something for me for the rest of my life, what I was able to learn and be part of that community. I often talk about the lessons that I learned were profound, but then they transferred to the rest of my life. And so that's what happens every day at the high schools across the state.
Week number 4 of the high school football season coming up Friday. October the 13th is the pairing show as we march toward Lucas Oil Stadium. It is moving quickly.
It is, Coach. I mean, we always say it. We talked about it a couple short weeks ago. Don't blink, and we'll be sitting at Thanksgiving weekend at Lucas Oil Stadium, and it's here. We're almost to the halfway point of the season. Teams are still fine-tuning, figuring out what they have for the tournament, and it'll be fun. But the pairing show, they need to get ready, Coach, because you and Paul Condry will do a phenomenal job of laying out this state tournament and a lot of insight too when we have our pairing show about what to expect within the tournament. And again, one of those other things that are special about Indiana.
Special about Indiana this time of year, the weather's starting to change, leaves are starting to change, but you know where you're going to be on Friday nights this time of year.
That's exactly right. I'll start looking at the games here soon, and I'll be sitting on a sideline somewhere here on this Friday night coming up here.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, and we talk to him every week about all things IHSAA related. Get out, support your local student athletes in your community, and do it the right way. Don't forget to join us next week. Paul, have a great week. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Coach, and looking forward to our next opportunity to discuss IHSAA sports.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Bob Pointer Family Dealerships is the #1 pre-owned dealer in South Central Indiana and 17th in the entire state. Hello, this is JB Hackman. Bob Pointer not only sells pre-owned vehicles, we buy them too. Your car is probably worth more than you think. Get a cash offer in under a minute. Head over to bobpointergm.com/radio or stop by the dealership for an appraisal. Bob Pointer Family Dealerships, where we sell and buy pre-owned vehicles. Thanks and have a great day.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Many companies already rely on Seymour Insurance Services to connect them with high-quality, innovative, and affordable health care. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seymour Insurance Services. And not only do we provide flexible and affordable health benefit solutions for companies of all sizes, we also offer a wide range of products and services, including comprehensive third-party administration, fully insured plan options, and a local support staff, among many others. Let our local team help you navigate their healthcare needs today. Call us at 812-378-7070 or visit sciho.org today.
Back here on our pregame show, we continue now with the Hoosier Hills Conference Report and IHSAA Report. 4 teams are unbeaten in conference play. It is guaranteed that 2 teams will be unbeaten at night's end because of the 4 unbeatens. They all play at each other. Columbus East, New Albany, Jeffersonville stand at 2-0. Floyd Central is 1-0 tonight. Columbus East makes the road trip to New Albany to play the Bulldogs. New Albany's 3-1 overall, but let's be fair. There are 3 wins against 3 teams that are 0-4. Also tonight, Jeffersonville is playing at Floyd Central. So the unbeaten square off against one another. The non-conference team in action tonight is Jennings County. They're playing a former conference opponent in the Madison Cubs. So, again, those 4 teams, Bedford, Jennings, and Seymour, are still looking for that first conference win, while Jennings County and Bedford still searching for that first win overall. Let's hope that it doesn't come tonight for at least one of those 2 teams. Some other games tonight. Brownstown Central, they're 4-0. They're at North Harrison. Scottsburg is at Silver Creek. Columbus North off to a 4-0 start. They play at Indianapolis Chittard. Salem is at Springs Valley. Greensburg plays at South Dearborn. And Charlestown plays at Providence. The 5A polls. Plainfield is number one in the USA Today Network poll. The Indiana Football Coaches poll, Valparaiso is number one. And Plainfield is number one in the AP Media poll. Whiteland at number 7 in all 3 polls. East Central, a sectional opponent, number 8 in the coaches poll and ranked 10th in the AP poll. Bloomington South ranked 13th in both polls. The game of the night around the state, really there's not a major game as far as 2 top 3 teams. But you look in maybe the matchup between Columbus North and Indianapolis Chittard. But I think you got to go all the way up north. And it happens in 5A where Concord will play Warsaw. Both teams ranked in the top 5. Concord number 2 in the coaches poll. Warsaw number 5 in the coaches poll. State leaders through 4 weeks. Brock Shank of Northwestern High School is the state's leading passer at 1,487 yards. Christian Hamilton of Springs Valley, the state's leading rusher, 930 yards. Hayden Clore of Noblesville, receiving yards, 644. Up next, we'll go down onto the field. It's our last word before kickoff with head coach Tyson Moore. You're listening to Seymour Football.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
At Stoll Insurance, we focus on the farm and agribusiness insurance market. Whether you own a grain operation, hog confinement, livestock, or hobby farm, we work with industry-leading carriers that know and understand the risk you have. We take the time to individually learn about your operations in order to best protect you. Call or stop by today to talk to one of our farm agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, or Chris Stahl, at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour, or we can be reached at 812-524-0692.
Joint pain, injuries, or foot problems shouldn't keep you from enjoying the game. From athletic training to rehab to leading-edge surgical care, the specialists at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help athletes of all ages get back in the game. And for quick injury relief, the walk-in clinic in our Seymour office is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. No appointment needed. Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, proud to be the official sports medicine and athletic training provider for the Seymour Owls.
Down on the field, it's our last word before kickoff as the Owls get set to take on the Stars as we talk with head coach Tyson Moore. Coach, week of practice, obviously, hopefully it's been productive getting ready for tonight.
Yeah, great week of practice. Made some changes this week, personnel-wise. We obviously we do everything to give us the best shot to be successful. So I think the guys have responded well. And hopefully here in about an hour as well. I guess we're getting close, but we'll see. But I feel good about our energy this week and the attitude we've taken into this week of preparation.
This is a Bedford team that we talked to the coaches show. I mean, they've struggled from a win-loss standpoint, but they've gotten better week by week. And it's one of those games where I'm sure they have confidence because we're a team that struggled to get some wins. So they probably have a little extra confidence tonight. So we got to come ready to play.
Yeah, tonight you've got two teams that don't have the greatest records, but have played, some phenomenal football programs already. So, if you have preconceived notions, you probably want to let those go. At Bedford, they do some things really well, and like I said on the radio show earlier in the week, that they've always given us fits with some of the things that they scheme. So I look for it to be a good football game tonight, and I'm hoping that we can get out and get off to a quick start.
I know here it is week 5, but we're dealing with the heat again, and physically, I think throughout these first few ball games when we've dealt with the Heat, we've been in pretty good shape from a physical standpoint.
Yeah, and it's been toasty all week. I think our guys have done a really good job of taking care of their bodies, staying hydrated, stuff like that. When it goes from being pretty cool to pretty warm, you kind of have to let your body figure that out again. So I'm thinking that, our guys have done a really good job, especially the last 48 hours of taking care of themselves. And I hope we don't have any issues tonight. I don't think we will. But if we do, we take care of that when we go.
A couple touchdowns early would be extremely helpful tonight.
Score as much as we can and stop them as much as we can. That's the key to success tonight.
That's a good philosophy. Coach, best of luck.
Thanks, Jay. Go Owls.
Starting lineups and the opening kick is next at Seymour and Bedford, and it all comes your way on 92.7 WXKU.
Ready to hit the open road in a new car? At the People's Bank, we make it easy to get behind the wheel with our competitive rates. Whether you're eyeing a sleek sedan or a rugged SUV, we've got you covered. With personalized service and loan options to fit your budget, your dream car is just a drive away. Visit the People's Bank nearest you to learn more. The People's Bank, your journey starts here. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And back here at Bedford North Lawrence, where the two teams are back out onto the field, about ready to have the captains meet at midfield for the coin toss, and we'll be ready for football here tonight from BNL Stadium. I'm thrilled to be joined again by Jeff Claycamp. And, Coach, good to have you back. This is a game tonight where you look at Bedford, they're 0-4. They have a young team. We've documented that in the pregame here. But I guarantee you they're looking at Seymour saying, hey, they're 1-3. This is a team we match up with. Let's go and play. So I don't think records should be a factor in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, I think records can be thrown out tonight. I overheard their radio broadcaster talking about how the last couple of weeks their defense has really tightened up, and they've been able to develop a little bit of a ground game. I think Seymour, that's something that we need to continue to do, is develop our ground game, see if we can control the line of scrimmage. But it is certainly a game which both sides have to be looking at it with some confidence that they can come out the victors tonight.
For Seymour last week, well, you talk about a game, and I don't know if you had a chance if you were there or not, but you talk about a game where it just went night and day difference. I mean, we had that game controlled, up 22-7. Everything was looking good, and then the bottom just dropped out.
Yeah, it sure did. I believe there were some big plays made on their side, some broken coverage, which led to a couple of scores there. And that has kind of been an area that we need to improve upon, is covering the deep ball. And so hopefully tonight we can establish our pass coverage with our DBs.
Well, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but the Owls have made some personnel changes tonight in that regard, because it's no secret our pass defense has been a struggle. So there are some we'll try out a couple different people. They've tried out a couple different people in practice and see how that plays out tonight. So we'll see how that works out. This Bedford team, boy, they are a young football team. You look at their roster, they have 8 seniors total on their roster, and 2 of them don't play.
And that's something I've talked about with my family in the past. Both my boys were football players, and my son's Cam's class only had about 10 or 11 seniors. Luckily, they had a lot of underclassmen that were very talented. That's the team that got beat by New Albany on the last second play. You want about 20 seniors. That would be ideal, 20 or over. And so, yeah, that's a little on the low side.
The Owls won the toss, or by the way, Bedford won the toss. They deferred, so the Owls will receive here to start the ball game. Jalen Johnson and Aaron Holt are back deep for the Owls. And I have Reese Sims listed on their depth sheet as their kicker, but that doesn't look like number 10 teeing up the ball. So let's see if we can figure out who that is. Lance, 48. Parker Beeson, a junior, has got it teed up at the 40. We are ready for football. Glad you're with us here on WXKU. High school football, along with Lance Hubbard, Jeff Claycamp, Jay Hubbard. Hope you enjoy the broadcast. There's the kick. It's end over end, and Aaron Holt will take it at the 12, brings it up to the 25, up the middle to the 30, and across the 35-yard line. And that is one thing the Owls have done really well this year, is kickoff returns.
our field position has been awesome this year as far as the average starting position.
Yeah, now, and that's right. We've had good field position pretty much all year. Now we just need to take advantage of it, get on their side of the field. But starting from the 35, you can't. You can ask for better, of course, but that's pretty good.
Oh, they mark it right at the 35. The Owls will send Charlie Rocky to the near side, Alex Milliken and Logan Shelley, Jalen Johnson to the far side. Nick Wheeler is the running back. He'll send Shelley in motion. Mikey Wright, the quarterback, back to throw, throws the out pass, and it's caught by Milliken up at the 41, 42-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play. Daxton Shorts on the stop, but nice pass play. Nearly picked off. The Bedford guy jumped, but it was a nice play by Milliken, a pickup of 7. Good first down play.
Yeah, it went right over his fingertips, and Alex Milliken made a great catch there on the out route. By the way, Alex is my nephew, so it's good to see him get a catch here early.
Second down and 3. Again, Wheeler the setback. This time he will get the carry. Bounces it to the left side, and he's going to be close to the first down, right up across the 45-yard line. And they'll give him the first down, 3-yard pickup. And a good couple plays for the Owls. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Yeah, I like the combination there of an out route for the first play, and then a what's called an inside zone play on the second. Come up with 2 plays in the first down.
First down and 10. Ball resting at the 45, just underway. The Owls and Stars here tonight on a very humid Friday night. Hard to believe, middle of September, we're still talking 90 degrees at kickoff.
It's like summer baseball.
This time, Nick Wheeler went nowhere. He got the carry, and Bedford, 2 guys back there, Garrett McDuffie and Gibson Crane, they read that perfect. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, so make it 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, we need to sustain our blocks a little bit longer. We had some of them going to the second level before they blocked the line of scrimmage, so need to stay on those line of scrimmage blocks first.
Owls have a new right tackle tonight. That is Chase Smith. Curtis Burke is just starting on defense, trying to give him a little breaks. Going both ways was tough across the offensive line. Here's a throw across the middle, and the pass is incomplete. It was intended for Milliken. It was high, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Owls at their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, Milliken was the intended receiver there on a little seam route right up the middle, or right down the hashes, and just couldn't come up with a completion.
9:50 to play, first quarter. Owls first possession of the game, and they face now a 3rd and 10 from the Star 45. I love the down marker. It's an electronic down marker. Isn't that cool?
That is sweet. Let's see if they can do what the Hoosiers did last week. They were 9 for 9 on 3rd down conversions.
That would be good, absolutely. 2 receivers to either side. Mikey rolls out to the left. He's got some pressure. He throws it incomplete. Had some good pressure back there by Tate Tanksley, who is their best defender. He kind of got Mikey's ankles, causing Michael didn't fall, but it lost his balance, and he had nothing on the throw intended for Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, his front foot wasn't planted. His back foot was wobbly. Just led to a wobbly pass for him there.
So the Owls are forced to punt, and Mitchell Mellencamp comes in. I was down on the field during their warm-ups. I told Mitchell if there was a stat in the state for punts inside the 10, he'd be leading the state.
He's done a nice job with that.
There's a punt. It's a high kick, angled to the left. It'll bounce
spiral on
at the 25. It does take a Bedford bounce, and it will go out of bounds at the 20. Are they going to put it at the 25?
Looks like it here.
They are. Maybe the 26-yard line. Nonetheless, Bedford will take over 1st and 10. The quarterback is Dason Kirby. He's a 5'11", 180-pound junior. Running back is Brady Horton, a 5'9", 155-pound sophomore.
You know, we faced some quarterbacks that have some size. The kid from East, and now is it Horton you said?
Kirby is a quarterback.
Kirby has some good size to him here.
Horton is the running back as the Stars line up 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. He'll send a man in motion. Back to throw. It's a screen pass intended for Gilbert. He's got it. Nice play by Jalen Johnson behind the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Nice read that time by Jalen to get in there.
Yeah, Jalen closed pretty quickly on that. That athleticism was definitely visible there. And then Charlie Rocky was there just in case he didn't take him down.
Ball resting at the 24-yard line, so a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12. Ken Kirby is the quarterback, Brady Horton, lines up to his right. The Stars put 2 receivers to either side. Now show some pressure. The handoff is to Horton up the middle and very little running room. Pile of white jerseys come in at the bottom of the stack. Looks like
Nugent was one of them.
Braden Riley.
No, that's
and
correct.
Charlie and Mason Nugent, Curtis Burke. Like I said, a host of white jerseys in there on the stop, and that'll bring up a 3rd down for the Stars. 3rd and 10, back at the original line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation. Kirby takes the snap, back to throw, throws the out pattern, and it is nearly picked off. Defended that time by Will Mahoney.
Yeah.
Also Charlie Rocky, but the Owls do a nice job with the 3 and out, and Bedford will have to punt.
You know, Will did a good job on that. Linebackers in that coverage, they have what's called hook to curl and to the flat. He really got there quickly. So a nice linebacker drop, which led to some good pass coverage.
Driven Axum is the punter. Back deep for the Owls is Aaron Holt and Logan Shelley. There's the snap. Kick is away, almost blocked. It's a short kick, and a fair catch is called for by Logan Shelley. Logan had some room to run over there.
I think when he sees that on film, he'll say, man, I should have taken it. You'd rather be safe than sorry, but he had about 10 yards before the defender was there.
He makes the catch at the 42-yard line, so that's where the Owls will take over 1st and 10 at their own 42. So they started at their own 35 and their own 42, so field position again. Excellent, a 32-yard punt, and the Owls will have their second possession here at the 42. This time, Wheeler, the running back, he lines up to the right of Mikey. 3 receivers to the left. That's Johnson, Shelley, and Milliken. There's a snap. The hand is to Wheeler around left end. He bounces it to the left, and he's into the open to the 40. He's down the sideline to the 20. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. He's in the end zone. That's a touchdown.
No flags either.
No flags. 68 yards. Nick Wheeler looked like he was going to be bottled up for about a 3 or 4 yard gain, and he just popped it in the open and took off running.
He did. Our lineman did a nice job of getting to what's called the 2nd and 3rd levels, which would be your linebackers and your safeties, and they hooked that outside shoulder, and that gave him the space to make that good run.
Blake Stainbrook made a nice block that time to free Wheeler, and he takes it 58 yards for the touchdown. And in to kick the extra point is Adrian Medina.
You definitely like seeing him get that run game going. It's been a while since I've seen us run outside zone, so it was good to see.
Mellencamp will snap it. Aaron Holt holds it. There's a snap. Ball is down. Kick is away. And the kick is good. 8:11 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. First quarter, it's Seymour 7. Bedford North Lawrence nothing. Back in 30, you're listening to Seymour Football.
Jackson County Dental.
It's time to put a sparkle in your smile with Jackson County Dental in Seymour. Picture this. Same-day crowns for that instant oral treatment, teeth whitening to brighten your day, and Invisalign for a straighter, more confident you. Their team is here for all your dental needs, from routine care to tackling tooth pain and those pesky fillings. And families, this is your dental home. And guess what? They're making it easy with Care Credit, so you can focus on your smile, not your wallet. Call Jackson County Dental today and let Dr. Drake, Dr. Pierce, or Dr. Doug pamper your pearly whites. Jackson County Dental, now accepting new patients.
Jackson County Dental.
That's a pretty simple drive summary. 58 yards, 1 play. Nick Wheeler, 58-yard touchdown run, extra point good by Medina. And the Owls in front 7-0 as Adrian has it teed up. How much time is on that clock, Jeff?
It is 8:11.
Our position here, I cannot see the scoreboard without actually leaning literally through the window to look at it. So I might be asking Jeff occasionally how much time is on the clock. He can see it a little better than my location. Team effort tonight.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt.
So Medina has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Back deep for the Stars, Jaden Gilbert and Driven Axum. It's a kick that'll be fielded by Axum at the 15. Brings it up to the 25, cuts it up the middle. Still on the run. Now he gets it all the way to the other sideline and gets down to the 30-yard line. Well, he ran about 70.
Yeah,
Picked up
sure
about
did.
15 on the return. Mason Nugent made the stop for the Owls. But the return, they'll mark him at the 30-yard line. He took that on the right hash and brought it all the way to the left sideline. And they'll mark it right down at the 30-yard line. And that's where the Stars will start their second possession. They went 3 and out in their first possession. Owls defense did a nice job, and now Bedford ready for possession number 2. Some of the line a tight end to the right. Oh, what a play defensively by the Owls as Mason Nugent flew in there and drilled Brady Horton just as he took the handoff. That's a loss of 2. Second down and 12 up, almost like nobody touched Nugent.
You know, and that's true. He made a nice move to get free, but also the line of scrimmage did not move. It got driven back, so that was good to see out of our defensive linemen.
Second down and 12. Pistol formation this time, Kirby. And he's going to back to throw. He throws the outlet pass complete to Daxton Short. And Short gets it across the 35-yard line up to the 36-yard line, giving pickup of 8 on the play, bring up a third down and 4.
Yeah, Noah Broughton came over to the side there and made a tackle on the right at the out of bounds line. Made a good play on that. Little out route, pretty route.
Third down, 4. Ball at the 36-yard line.
Big
Stars
play
with
here.
it. Owls in front, 7-0. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation. As Kirby has Horton lined up behind him. Back to throw is Kirby. Throws it to the outlet pass, and it's knocked away by Jalen Johnson. Pass was intended for Daxton Short, and Jalen got his hand up there and swatted it away. And the Stars will bring in their punt formation again. Nice job by the Owls. 2 straight 3 and outs.
Yeah, I tell you what, I credit the coaches for that. They had that play sniffed out. Did you see Jalen go and chase on that? He knew what was coming, so.
Again, back to kick for the Stars is Driven Axum. This time, Aaron Holt is the lone setback. There's the snap. Ball is away. Holt will field at the 26, up to the 30, the 35. Finds room at the 45, across midfield, down the sideline, and pushed out of bounds in Bedford territory at the 40. Let's see where they put it out of bounds. Going to be inside the 40-yard line. They're going to put that all the way up to the 36.
Great return. And Devin Jackson had a key block over there. He sealed the outside edge along the sidelines and allowed for Holt to make a good
run. Well, the officials were standing down there at the 35. Now they bring it back up to the 46 or 44-yard line. Still a good return of 30 yards. So Aaron Holt, nice job on the return, and the Owls take over. Leading 7-0. 3 receivers, trips to the right. In the shotgun. The hand this time is to Trayshawn Hawkins, and he will fight his way forward. We'll give him a yard. Tried to bounce it out to the left side, but the Stars did a nice job in pursuit. Bottom of the stack for Bedford was Garrett McDuffie, a senior linebacker.
We didn't stay on our blocks on that play. You know, you get a breakdown of 1 or 2 men, it can foil the play, and Bedford certainly did there.
Second down, 9. Again, they'll send trips to the right. Milliken, Shelley, and Johnson. A tight end to the left. Mitchell Mellencamp is in as a tight end to the left. There's the snap. Screen pass set up for Johnson. Jalen's caught it, and he's tripped up at the 43. Nice play that time by the Stars. Driven Axum. Tried to get the ball into the open for Jalen Johnson, and he's tripped up, a pickup of about 1.
Yeah, Driven made a heck of a play there. You over-pursue on that, and Jalen's got 6 points.
Sometimes people are just oblivious, aren't they? We'll leave that one between Jeff and I. Third down and 8. Ball at the 42-yard line. Jalen Johnson this time will split out far to the left side as the sole receiver that way. Trips to the near side. Back to throw. Wants to set up the screen.
Perfect.
Hawkins has it. It's there. 40, 35, 30. Cut inside to the 25, 20, 15. Back inside to the 10 and down to the 5-yard line. boy, was that set up beautifully. Again, Blake Stainbrook threw a great block, as did Jacob Dow. But the Stars bid on that, and it is a big-time gain of 37 yards.
I love the screen plays that, as a defensive lineman, if you go unblocked, you better be ready for a screen coming or a trap block. And in that time, it worked out perfectly. The linemen were gone. That whole side of the field was wide open.
Owls have it first and goal at the 5. They'll go to the bunch formation. Double tight ends, Johnson and Mellencamp. Nugent, the fullback. Wheeler, the slot. The hand is to Wheeler. Up the middle, and he will carry it into the end zone for the touchdown.
5:26, Jay.
5:26 to play here in the first quarter, and the Owls are on the board again. Nick Wheeler's second touchdown of the game, but that was set up by the 37-yard pass completion from Wright to Hawkins, and Adrian Medina in to kick the extra points.
I like the drive that Seymour's coming out with. They just seem to really want this, and they're controlling the line of scrimmage.
Once again, Mitchell Mellencamp's the holder, or the snapper. Aaron Holt holds. Medina set to boot it through. There's a snap. Ball is down. Kick is away. Kick looks good, and it is good.
Right down the middle.
5:26 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. We wanted a quick start. We got it. Seymour 14, Bedford North Lawrence nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at BeattyInsurance.com. Beatty Insurance, we are here when you need us.
Owls drive 44 yards in 4 plays. A minute 44 off the clock. It's a 5-yard touchdown run for Nick Wheeler. Adrian Medina's extra point, and the Owls with 5:26 to play in front 14-0. As Medina has it teed up at the 40. Good start for the Owls.
Sure is. Not only offensively, but defensively. We've held them, 2, 3 and outs?
Yep.
So it's good to see our defense come out and playing.
Medina ready to boot it away. It's a shorter kick this time that'll be taken at the 10. Stars returner up to the 20. Right up the middle, 30. 35, 40. Cross midfield, and Medina brings him down. Jaden Gilbert, the returner, but a flag is down back at the 39-yard line. Let's see what the flag is. It's a 44-yard return, but I think it's going to come back partially.
Yeah.
Stars look like that they've got their heads, shoulders shrugged a little bit like, oh, man.
Yeah. Somebody knew they messed up. I tell you, Medina made a heck of a
absolutely he did. Yes, he did.
He really did.
He saved what could have been. I don't know that he would have gone because we had a couple players that were catching up, pursuing. But he saved at least another 15, 20 yards. But it's going to come back a little bit as the Stars are going to be called for a penalty. They're going to mark it off from the 39.
That was a kicker's dream right there. Open field tackle.
So they'll actually mark the ball at the 29-yard line. So I never did see what the penalty was.
Yeah, I didn't either. He says that.
Now he's starting. It's a hold against the Stars. I figured a hold or a block in the back. So it'll bring him back to what would have been at the Owl 46.
Yeah.
Will now be the Star 29, where Bedford will start 1st and 10. Again, the shotgun formation. Kirby gives a handoff. Wow. What a play again by
Braden
Riley. Yeah. Well, Riley shot in there twice.
Both Riley and Nugent have made tremendous plays. You got basically Curtis Burke is kind of like the sacrificial lamb. He's occupying 2 or 3 guys, and that allows for Nugent and him to get in and make some tackles. So not taken away from those plays, but Curtis Burke is doing his work there too.
Yeah, absolutely. 2nd down and 13. Again, Kirby in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to throws. Got some pressure. He's going to get hit. He's going to go down. Quarterback sacked by, Nugent. Guess who? Mason Nugent. Boy, we're calling those guys
I'm seeing
a lot.
theme here. It's third and long.
And that's going to be a sack loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 16 for the Stars.
4:19
Clock
left.
moving with 4:19 to play. First quarter, Seymour in front 14-0. And the Stars have 2 receivers to either side. Shotgun formation is Kirby. Takes the snap, back to throw, throws the out pass. It's going to be caught well short. Jalen Johnson wraps him up, and then about 4 white jerseys come in and join it. Jaden Gilbert made the catch, only a pickup of about 3. And that'll bring up 4th down and 13, and the Stars will be forced to punt. 3rd straight 3 and out by the Owls defense.
Jalen Johnson obviously made a good play, but then we had Mellencamp and Mahoney, two other linebackers in on that play. And also Aaron Holt was in on that.
This time the Owls do send 2 receivers back is Aaron Holt. Logan Shelley, there's the kick. It's a high kick that Holt will catch at the 35. He'll bring it back up the middle across the midfield. Gets it to the Star 45. He drags a tackler down to the 41-yard line. Nice return by Holtz. 24-yard return, and the Owls set up shop 1st and 10 inside Bedford territory.
You know, Mark's going to love hearing this, Mark Holt. But those Holt boys are all just hard-nosed kids that play with the biggest hearts. You like to see their drive.
So the Owls a chance really to put the foot down and twist the grip a little bit, I guess you could say. Up 14-0 and 1st and 10 at the Bedford 43. 2 receivers to either side. The handoff is to Hawkins. He will fight his way forward. A short gain along the right side. 3-yard pickup. Give him 3, 2nd down and 7.
You know, that was a 3-yard pickup. But one thing I was encouraged by is seeing those offensive linemen right in front, just driving people off the ball.
I'll actually move it back to the 40. So we'll make it a 2-yard pickup, 2nd down and 8. Shelley Milliken come to the right. Jalen lines up as a tight end to the left. Charlie Rocky split out to the left. Hawkins next to right. Trayshawn gets the carry, bounces it out to the left side, and not a lot of room there. Tried the middle, nothing there, and then he bounced it to the outside. Good pursuit that time by the BNL linebackers. And they'll maybe give him a yard. We'll give him a yard on the play up to the 39, bring up a 3rd down for the Owls, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it just wasn't there. He tried to bounce it, and it wasn't there. So sometimes that happens.
Clock moving.
We've got 2:11.
2:11 to play first quarter. Again, the Owls in front 14-0. Right shotgun, back to throw, Rose to the right. Has some pressure. Now he fires down the field, and the pass is caught. What a catch.
What a grab.
What a catch. That right there.
My goodness.
That right there is a playmaker that knows where the sideline is. Jalen Johnson makes the catch, and he literally reached out to catch it while keeping his feet inbounds. An 11-yard pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, and it wasn't just 1 foot. It was 2 feet. And the thing I liked about it, too, is he knew exactly where the first down
where he was.
Yep.
Exactly. That, too. You're right.
Yeah. And then knew he was on the sideline, too.
Absolutely. That's just a young man who has played the position and has.
That's right.
That's just a great football play. Owls will line up this time as tight end to the left, trips to the right. Hawkins next to Mikey. The handoff is to Trayshawn. He bounces it out to the left side and is not going to have much room. Matter of fact, they're going to bring him down at the line of scrimmage. Jackson Jones, a 5'8" sophomore linebacker, made the stop. They'll put the ball down at the 18 or the 28 on the left hash.
1:37 to go here in the first.
And the Owls face a 2nd down and 10. Trips to the right, Mellencamp tight end to the left. Hawkins next to Mikey. Here's a quick outlet to Shelley out of a screen, wide out screen. Logan can't break the initial contact. Nice play that time by the Stars. Garrett McDuffie tried to set up the wide receiver screen, and McDuffie was really the first guy to get him. And if he's able to break that initial tackle, he's probably got about 10 yards, but he just couldn't get away from him.
You know, these last 2 plays, the defense has just made good plays. It's not that we played poorly. It's they made good defensive plays.
Give them a yard. So that can bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Owls at the 27-yard line. Picked up a 3rd and 8 a couple plays ago. They'll shift off 2 guys, H-backs, Mellencamp and Hawkins. Wheeler, he will take the pitch right side, 25, and he fights his way forward down near the 20-yard line. It's going to be shy of the first down, but it'll be, let's see where they actually bark him out of bounds. Put the ball at the 22, 5-yard pickup, and the Owls will be faced with a 4th and 4 at the 22. Went out of bounds, so the clock stopped with 1:14 to play. Here in the first quarter, the Owls in front 14-0. Seymour keeps their offense out there. On 4th and 4, Shelley lines out to the left. Tight end, double tight end to the left. Johnson to the right. Wheeler lines up to the left of right. And now we got a whistle, and what do we have? Timeout? Timeout taken by the Stars. 1:14 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's 14-0 Seymour. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Seymour Football.
This Veterans Day, Royalty Roofing is proud to honor our brave veterans who have served our country. It's time to give back to those who've given so much with the Royalty Roofing Veterans Day special. We're offering a free roof repair or replacement to a deserving veteran in need. Nominate a deserving veteran or submit your own story for a chance to win. Just visit royaltyroofing.com/Veterans Day and fill out the form to enter. Submissions must be in by September 30th. Together, let's salute our heroes with a new roof over their heads from Royalty Roofing. Royalty Roofing, sheltering those who have shielded us.
1:14 to play, first quarter. The Owls will have a 4th and 4. All right, Coach Clay Camp, what do you draw up here on 4th and 4?
I would be honest with you. One of the routes I love is what's called a drag route or a mesh route. I would love to see what's called a mesh where it's double crossing routes just past the linebackers. Maybe see something like that out of Jalen here.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hawkins lined up to the right of Mikey. Right. Hard count, now takes the snap, back to throw. Throws it across the middle, pass is caught by Jalen. Can he get the first down? It's a foot race. It is. He will get the first down. He caught the ball, like you said, great call on that.
Yeah.
Across the middle, Jalen made the catch, kind of bounced off a tackler, and then just simply outran a star defender to get to the first down marker, a pickup of 6, and indeed a first down.
When they put him on the line of scrimmage, I thought my call was correct on a little drag route. They can also run basically a drag from both sides on that, but certainly effective there. Jalen got a good first down.
First down for the Owls at the 17. There's a snap. This time Hawkins gets the ball, runs into a host of star players, and will have to eat the football, make sure he doesn't turn it over there, and he will lose about 3 on the play. 2nd and 13, and we have 50 seconds, so might be the final play of the quarter right here.
Trayvon's trying to bounce things. They just aren't there, so sometimes just get the yardage you can and let the rest blow the whistle.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end to the left, right. Takes the snap, back to throw, across the middle. Pass is caught by Jalen inside the 10, and he goes down around the 8-yard line. Going to be about a yard short of the first down. The Owls do not have to run a play, and I don't think they're going to. Mikey Wright holds his hands up as if to say, hey, we're going to take this to the second quarter.
Yeah, on that one, they faked the handoff to Trayshawn, right?
Yep,
Trayshawn. Faked the dive to him and threw it to Jalen on a little bitty seam route.
So the Owls are going to have a 3rd and 1 at the 9-yard line when play resumes here to start the second quarter. A good start for the Owls team. We've played 12 minutes. It's Seymour 14, Bedford North Lawrence nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Make sure your heating system is ready for whatever weather winter brings. Whether it's a fall tune-up for your current system or installing a new one, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, your local Bryant dealer, will do whatever it takes to keep your family comfortable this winter. With quality parts, reliable system, and advanced technology, they provide service you can trust. To schedule an appointment, contact Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Bryant, whatever it takes. Watch for Jackson Live opening soon, both in Freeman Field.
Along with Jeff Koykamp and Lance Hubbard, sounds like Lance is helping out the Bedford broadcast over there. Lance is just doing all here. He's helping the Bedford broadcast with some statistics.
You gotta love it. What a great thing, though, that you both can do together. You know, shows that the great relationship you have with your son.
14-0. The Owls in front. This will be the 10th play of this drive, and the Owls will be faced with a 3rd and 1. Inside the 10, the ball resting at the 9-yard line. I don't have to stretch my neck to look down to this side of the field. I can actually see a little better.
Here.
Mikey in the shotgun. He's going to run it himself. He's going to follow Nick Wheeler. He's got the first down. He's got the touchdown. Mikey Wright followed Wheeler. He followed Mitch Mellencamp, and he took it into the end zone for a 9-yard touchdown run on the first play of the second quarter, and the Owls extend their lead to 20-0 pending the extra points.
Yeah, and Evan Von Hading made a good block there. So a lot of people participating in that touchdown.
So a Mikey Wright 9-yard touchdown run. First play of the second quarter. Well, the Owls like scoring on the first play of second quarters. That's the third game this year they've scored on the first play of the second quarter.
We'll take it.
Medina in to kick the extra points. Mitch Mellencamp will snap it. Aaron Holt to hold it. There's the snap eventually. There it is. Ball is down, and the kick is blocked.
Yeah.
What I got. So the kick is no good.
You know, I think they diverted their cadence a little bit there. They've been close to blocking it a few times, so I think they were trying to keep them on their heels a little bit, but they still got through. We need to clean up a little bit of that pressure.
We're going to keep it here, so we just went to commercial break. Yeah. The Owls went 10 plays and 42 yards that time, took 3:22 off the clock. Mikey Wright, 9-yard touchdown run, extra point was blocked, and we have 11:57 to play, and Seymour's in front by a score of 20-0. And we got a little friend here helping us too, Charlotte.
Yeah. You know, Jay, I thought I would mention on October the 18th, if you were a part of the 1999 team, where they're going to honor members of that team, coaches, managers, players. On October the 18th, we'll be facing Bloomington South.
Yep. That actually was the first year of my full-time broadcast. Was 1999. Year I got married.
Yeah.
Year I got married, we went to the semi-state.
Yeah,
that
I
year.
remember that.
Lost to Cathedral in the semi-state. But I missed the game because we played Muncie Central in the regional, and I had my wedding rehearsal on Friday night. But I did make it for the second half as a fan.
Well, that was quite the year.
That was a great year.
You know, Cathedral had a kid that played 10 years on Sundays. They had
Otis Shannon was around, and then Rufus
Sanders. And the kid that played on Sundays was named Travis Trueblood.
Yes,
he played for 10 years in the NFL.
Yeah, Cathedral was really good.
They were stacked.
They were very good. There's the kick by Medina, and it's a short kick. The Stars come up and field it, and then is tackled immediately. That was Luke Morris on the return. And Nehemiah Jones came in on the stop for the Owls, and Bedford will take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
You know, getting back to that 99 team, Seymour, we just had a lot of really good football players. We didn't have anybody playing on Sundays, but we had some tough-hearted kids that played good football.
Yeah, that was my first year full-time with Bud, so this makes my 25th year
I'll be
broadcasting. Back to throw is Kirby. Pass is complete out here to Axum, and that's going to be a first down. So that's the initial first down for the Stars. A little screen pass picks up 12, and it'll bring it up to, actually they'll mark him down to the 39, so give him 11. We're going to give him 12 yards.
Was that Daxton Short that made that catch?
Driven Axum, number 2.
Okay. Gotcha.
And Kirby in the shotgun. Got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap, back to throw. Throws a little screen pass. It's caught for a short game out of the backfield. Brady Horton made the catch, but as he caught it, he was sliding. Now they say incomplete. So he didn't hang on to it. So I tell you what, it would have been 2nd and 10 anyway because he caught it right at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, exactly. No harm, no foul for them.
Yeah, it would have been 2nd down and 10 anyway, so just goes down as an incompletion. 2 receivers come to the far side, which is the near side, which is the right, 1 to the left, tight end to the right. In the shotgun is Kirby. Back to throw, but a flag is down, and it's going to be a false start. That'll cost the Stars 5 yards.
Yeah, they were having some momentum there on offense and trying to hurry up a little too much on that one.
So a 5-yard penalty will bring it back to the 35-yard line. Actually, 34-yard line, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 15. Just underway second quarter, 10:47 to play. The Owls in front by a score of 20-0. Stars will break the huddle, bring 2 receivers out to the far side, 1 to the near. Ball is on the left hash. Kirby in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands to Horton. Horton finds some room across the right up to the 40-yard line. I think he got it back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll give him 5. Curtis Burke on the stop as long as Jalen Johnson. Make a 3rd down and 10 for the Stars at the 39-yard line.
I tell you what, he didn't make the play, but I love how Noah Brott pursues the football. He comes guns a-blazing.
3 receivers to the left this time, or to the right, 1 to the left. Again, Kirby in the shotgun. Now show blitz, they bring some pressure. Kirby has to roll out of the pocket. Now he's being chased, and he's just going to launch it into the Seymour fan section.
Yeah, Noah, we just mentioned him. Yep. He put pressure on. But at first it was Curtis Burke and
Mitchell Mellencamp.
Yeah.
Mellencamp came shooting out of that middle linebacker, and he got in there. He forced Kirby to roll out of the pocket, and then you're right, Broughton was the one over there giving pursuit.
Flushed him out of the pocket.
So not a 3 and out, but a 4 and out.
But nonetheless, tightened up and made some plays here.
They get a first down on their first play from this drive, but then they go 3 and out. So the Owls again forced to punt. Axum in to do the honors. And the Owls almost got to it. Jalen got almost. That's a short punt. Aaron Holt Fields at the 30. Brings it up to the 40, and it'll go down right there. Boy, Jalen Johnson, I think that might have gone through his arms.
It's about as close as you get without blocking it. He was there. I think you're right. I think it would just went right through his arms. And Noah Broughton was there again.
So the Owls, there's a star player down. It looks like it's a cramp. And you might see that a lot tonight in with the humid conditions. It is. I was down there on the field before the game. I'll be honest with you. We got this press box they have a portable air conditioner, which makes it tolerable up here. But you go down on the field, it was hot.
Well, I tell you that these turf fields, their temperature's about 8 to 10 degrees hotter than the air temperature. It's basically, for those of you that don't know, they have recycled rubber tires that's underneath the green, and it just absorbs that sun. So very hot. Getting back to that 99 team.
Go ahead.
I just want to talk about some players there, and I'll mix some of the years up, but some of the greats that we had on that team. We had a kid named Jared Annell. We had Nathan Miller that played linebacker. We had Nick Fields. Ross Weedoff might have been 99. Nick may have been the next year. But then we had kids like Brad Bowes playing linebacker, Clayton Darledge. had a kid named Derek Pendleton was a linebacker. So I could go on and on. Drew Story, just a bunch of really good football players who turned into fine young men. And it was certainly a pleasure to coach them.
That was how many years had you been on the staff?
I was on the staff about 3 or 4 years at that point. Yeah.
So the player that was injured is up, and the Owls have it at the 41-yard line, where they will set up shop 1st and 10. 2 receivers to either side in the shotgun. Is right. He will hand to Wheeler, and Wheeler finds, he just pulls his way forward. He got hit about a yard gain, but then his forward momentum pushed him forward. Give him 3 on the play up to the 47. We'll give him 2 up to the 47. 2nd down and 8. Owls staying true to that run game. What that does, too, is it kind of forces those linebackers to creep in a little bit.
It opens up
a little bit, maybe a one-on-one situation for Jalen or Logan or Alex on the outside. Again, Shelley fakes the motion. He stays to the left. They're going to pitch it to Wheeler on the right side. Got a flag. I think one's going to come back. Nick picked up about 4 on the play, but flag is in the direct vicinity of holding, and it is offensive holding against the Owls, and it'll cost them 10 yards.
Yeah, that's called toss sweep as an outside zone play where they toss it to the running back. It gets the edge. But sometimes if you don't get that outside shoulder hook, you get that arm out a little too far and you get a hold. You see that in the NFL too. Even the pros do that.
Second walk-off 10 yards against the Owls. That's the first penalty of the game against Seymour. And we'll bring it back to the 33-yard line where the Owls will have a 2nd down. We'll say 2nd and 17, 2nd and 18. Yeah, this time 3 receivers to the near side, to the right, bunched up that side. Mellencamp, a tight end. It's a low snap. Mikey rolls out, throws the screen backside to Mellencamp, and the Stars did a nice job to defend it. That's one of those where they're bunched up on the right. Mikey rolls that way and tries to hit Mellencamp, the tight end, and the Stars played it really well defensively.
You know they did, and the low snap through the timing.
And that could have as well, exactly, yeah.
But they did a nice job of covering. I do like that play design, though.
I've not seen that. We have not seen that play.
I have not seen that one.
That was the first time that we have seen that play this year. Picked up, we'll say 3 on the play. Picked up 2, bring up a 3rd down and 16.
I wonder if they'll go back to that screen at some point.
Ball at the 35. Mikey takes the snap, rolls to the right, steps up, and now he's going to get hit and brought down. Well, he just held on to it way too long. He was waiting for somebody to come open and finally got brought down. That's just one where Mikey's got to get rid of it. You can't hold it back there that long.
That's called a coverage sack, and Milliken was running a fade route there on the far side. He was covered. I think that's originally he was going to go to, but that's a coverage sack.
Brady Byers the sack for Bedford all the way back to the 28-yard line, and the Owls will be forced to punt as Mellencamp will come in.
No, second punt.
Second
punt of the game. That's right.
Back deep is driven Axum. There's the snap. Punt is away. It's a high kick.
High.
It's a short kick, but it's high, and it angles towards the Seymour sideline and will bounce out of bounds just across midfield, and they'll mark it at the 49-yard line. So the Stars get their best field position of the night at their own 49-yard line with 7:03 to play second quarter. The Owls in front 20-0.
Getting back to that 9-9 team a little bit, I forgot Clint Bobb, too. He was quite a running back for the Owls.
We got a new quarterback.
Okay.
Lucas Ira is the new quarterback for the Stars, 6'2", 180-pound sophomore. So the Stars change up their quarterback. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And the handoff is to Horton. And he's not going to go anywhere as the Owls stack it up right there in the middle. Looked like to the bottom of the stack was Noah Broughton. Braden Riley also in on the stop. Right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10. Stars just trying to jumpstart their offense, get somebody new maybe back there.
Yeah, maybe this is their running specialist. It looks like they were trying to run a little bit of mesh there.
Back to throw. He gets hit and goes down.
And Nugent again.
That was Mason Nugent who just shot out of a cannon.
Oh, my goodness.
He didn't have a chance to set. He just dropped back. He got the snap. He took it, and Nugent just almost like he got shot out of a cannon and sacked him right back at the 43-yard line and bring up a 3rd and 16. Wow.
That was pretty. That was pretty.
Tell you what, Mason Nugent and
right through the A-gap.
Braden Riley and Noah Broughton, the linebackers, are having a field day right now. They're just coming. Again, the snap. Ira throws high, complete, but very short. Will Mahoney on the coverage, brought down the receiver, Jaden Gilbert. It's a pickup of about, we'll say, 5. It'll bring up a 4th and 11. And again, the Owls force a 3-and-out, the 4th 3-and-out by the defense, 5th punt of the game for the Stars.
You know, I like how they're flying to the football.
Oh, my
they're
goodness.
just so quick tonight.
Nugent was in there as quick as anybody.
And then closing on those pass plays when they do get a reception, we're right on them.
There's the snap. The kick is away. It's a high kick that Holt will let bounce, and it will go into the end zone. He tried to catch like a Willie Mays type of catch, and then realized, wait a minute, I'm not here by the goal line. He let it go, and it bounces into the end zone. So a good punt, but it goes into the end zone. So the Owls take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 5:08 to play here in the second quarter.
Yeah, better judgment prevailed there, and it's a good thing.
So we'll see what Seymour does here. Be nice if the Owls could take some time here and drive down the field with the amount of time and the 20-0 lead. 2 receivers to either side. Right takes the snap, back to throw, and the pass is knocked down. Tate Tanksley, the defended the pass, intended out there for Milliken. Bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Owls.
Yeah, Milliken ran what was called a whip route. It's where you curl in and then go out to the sidelines. And I love that route, but he just got his hand on it.
Ball resting at the 20-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Charlie Rocky splits to the right. Milliken and Shelley to the left. Johnson lines up as a tight end to the right. Mikey back to throw. Throws it out to Rocky. Charlie's got it. Across the 25 up to the 27-yard line. Pickup of 7. Bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Owls.
I like these little short pass routes, just a quick pitch and catch.
Mitchell Mellencamp will come in and Rocky will go out. The Owls will go to, maybe even they're going to actually go to a tight formation. We'll call it the bunch. Everybody within the tackles and now a flag. And the Stars, the Owls line up offside. Somebody lined up offsides. I'm thinking maybe the Owls lined up in the neutral zone. And it is on Seymour. So, boy, that's
yeah.
That's
a costly one.
That's a mental mistake that shouldn't happen. You should not line up offensively. You shouldn't line up across the ball. It's easier for me to say. I've set up here,
but they've run it hundreds of times in practice. They ran a lot against East, so they definitely should have their alignment down. I bet it's driving the coach crazy to know that we did that after how many times they practice.
Owls will spread it out more now. 2 receivers to either side on 3rd and 8. Hawkins, the running back with Mikey. He rolls left, steps up, throws it downfield. Pass is caught by Jalen. He breaks a tackle. He's down the sideline. 30,
he's
20, 10, 5, end zone. Touchdown, Seymour. A 73-yard touchdown pass, 78-yard touchdown pass that Jalen Johnson caught about the 45 or 50 and broke a tackle and then took it down the sideline for the score.
He was gone. 4:04 left here in the second quarter.
Adrian Medina in to kick the extra point. as the Owls tack on another 7 or 6 and attempt to make it 7. And Aaron Holt will hold it. The snap by Mitchell Mellencamp. There's the snap. Ball is down. It's a fake. Holt's going to throw it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Intended for Devin Jackson. I think that was a design play.
Was it designed?
I think it was a design play.
A lot of times if there's a bad snap, you yell fire, and then the holder gets it. And
I think it was a design play.
It did look like it was designed.
Incomplete. 4:04 to play. We'll take a break. It's the Owls 26, the Stars nothing. You're listening to Seymour football.
For over a century, JC Bank has proudly served our communities, including partnering with our local high schools to support student athletes. From thrilling touchdowns to game-winning goals, we're cheering for our teams every step of the way. We've been your trusted financial partner since 1900, providing top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Stop in today and experience the JC Bank difference, or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Vanessa with New Legacy. We are committed to providing payroll, taxes, and accounting services that instill confidence in your business operations. With convenient locations in Seymour and Scottsburg, New Legacy is right here in Southern Indiana, ready to support you every step of the way. Our dedicated team collaborates seamlessly to handle all aspects of your financial needs, ensuring compliance, accuracy, and peace of mind. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy, specializing in taxes, accounting, insurance, and wealth management. Call today at 812-271-2000.
Adrian Medina has it teed up, and his kick is away to the far side. A flag quickly comes in on the kickoff. The return is up to the 33-yard line, but we'll see what the call is, or it looks like it's going to be a hold against the Stars. Owls, by the way, 80 yards in 3 plays, a 78-yard touchdown pass from Mikey Wright to Jalen Johnson, and the extra point, 2-point conversion failed. The Owls in front 26-0.
Yeah, we had Trey Sean on the tackle there. He's a jack of all trades, a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense there on special teams.
We have 3:35 to play here in the second quarter. The Owls in front 26-0. Seymour has all 3 timeouts left, so I can see Seymour, especially if Bedford tries to run it here, call a timeout to try to get the ball back before the half is over. Again, 3 receivers out to the near side, 1 to the left. Back to throw is Ira. And the pass is incomplete, intended for Daxton Short. Mitchell Mellencamp had the coverage, but Short just dropped the ball.
Again, the Owls closing on the football very quickly. Love to see him run to that football.
Second down, 10. Incomplete pass stops the clock, so the Owls don't have to call a timeout there. This time they'll send trips to the left to the short side of the field. Ira back to throw, sets up a screen pass, completes it to the receiver. He breaks a tackle on that far side. That's Jaden Gilbert or Axum. Jaden Gilbert, the reception. Mason Nugent on the stop, but he's able to get the first down across. That's our second first down of the game. He stayed in bounds, so roll the clock. And the Stars a first down at their own 30-yard line. Again, 3 receivers to the near side this time. Back to throw is Ira. Throw across the middle. Pass is high. Intended for Axum. He was hit by Mitchell Mellencamp, and he's a little slow getting up. That ball was high. That's one where you as a quarterback, you go up to the receiver and say, "Sorry, bro."
Yeah. Well, as a receiver coming across the middle with a big linebacker like Mitchell,
and the ball it goes high,
and it sails on you. You get what's called alligator arms to protect those ribs. Yeah, you have to be pretty courageous to run across the middle of a zone drop.
Second down and 10. 3 receivers to the right. Again, the handoff this time. Oh, what a play. What a great play again by Mason Nugent. My goodness, this kid is everywhere
He's
tonight.
just flying to the football.
What a play as he handed it off to Horton, and he was dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Bring up a 3rd down and 11.
So right now, Nugent is an opposing coach's nightmare.
You got to go in halftime.
You're going,
where's 38 out on the field?
Right.
And like Lance says, too, we're only rushing 3.
No, it's right.
The linebackers are just.
It's a 3-4 defense.
And the linebackers are just coming. They're glued. 3rd down and 11. Again, here they come. Back to throw. Throws deep down the field, and it's going to be a defensive holding on the Owls. And that was an obvious penalty.
Yeah. But you know, I will tell you this. I'd rather see that hold right there because he was beat. He was beat, and he held him. It prevented a touchdown. Take the penalty. Don't give away the 6.
And you're right. I mean, the penalty on the Owls, it was caught on Devin Jackson. Yeah. Had he not done that, it could have been a touchdown because the receiver made a move on him and was wide open, and Jackson basically ran up to him and just pulled him by the jersey so he couldn't catch it.
And you actually do teach the kids that if all else fails and you think they're going to catch a long one, hey, get the penalty.
So it's
looks like they brought Milliken in here, play a little bit of defense on this side of the corner.
Yeah. So it's a 1st down, 15-yard penalty, gives them a 1st down up to the 44-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to throw is Ira. He throws it down the field, and the pass is caught.
Jackson Brock laid the stick on.
Pass was caught by Jaden Gilbert, though. Good completion down to the Seymour 37-yard line. As you said, Jackson Brock the tackle, but not before a 19-yard pickup. And now the Stars are showing some life offensively here. The Owls defense needs to buckle down here and put a stop to this. We got under 2 minutes, 1:56 to play. Back to throw is Lucas. This time it's try to throw the screen, and my voice went up a little bit because he threw it out in front and had Mitchell Mellencamp been looking at the ball. He might have had a pick 6 because he had a lot of room, but he wasn't looking at the ball, and it sailed right by him.
It did, and the reason I was laughing a little bit, that kid saw
Mitchell coming. Yes, he did.
Hey, I don't think he wanted to catch that one.
That's exactly right. He got those alligators.
Yeah.
Those were what's they're bigger than an alligator. Double alligator arms here. And Mitchell was looking at the receiver and didn't see the ball.
He was going to lower the boom on him.
Back to throw is Ira. He almost had another pick. This time he dropped it. Pass across the middle was intended for Daxton Short, and Mitchell Mellencamp had it in his hands just didn't hold on to it. And he smacks himself on the helmet thinking, boy, I had a shot there.
Now,
that was a nice play, though, by Mitchell, to defend the pass.
Offensive guys would say, that's where you're playing defense, Mitchell. But no, he's all over the field. That's good to see.
3rd down and 10. Ball at the 36. In motion is Axum. Back to throw is Ira. He's got some pressure. He's going to get hit. He's going to go down. Braden Riley got to him this time. Quarterback sack back to the 44-yard line. And the Stars will be forced to punt. Do the Owls use a timeout here?
Yeah,
they're not going to.
Kind of, how last week we kind of came out flat in the second half. Might not be a bad idea to get another score up there.
3rd sack of the game for the Owls.
Curtis Burke was right in there too, so it's good to see him playing nose guard, get up the field.
Stars are going to take this all the way down. I think they're going to call a timeout. Their offensive unit is still out there. I can't imagine them going for it here because if you don't get it, you give Seymour a half a field. But they're going to take it down and call timeout. So we'll step aside for 30 seconds. Back in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
We have 58 seconds to play here in the second quarter. The Owls in front 26-0. Coming up at halftime, our fall sports spotlight is on the girls volleyball team. We'll talk with Seymour coach Angie Lucas as Lady Owls have some really good matches coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Well, that's coming up here at halftime. And now the Stars do bring their punt unit in and have a player running late onto the field, but they now just start the play clock. There's the snap. It's a high kick that will be fielded by Aaron. Oh, he dropped it at the 5. He picks it back up. Now he's got to fight his way forward. He does a little bit up to the 10-yard line. Boy, that would have been big-time disaster.
Yep.
But to Aaron's credit, after he dropped it, he was conscious enough to be calm, go get it, pick it up, and then find some room to run.
You're exactly right. He stayed very calm and was well poised in that situation. So
I think now if you're the Owls, I think you'd probably just run the clock out. You don't want to take a chance of getting a turnover at their own 10-yard line. Maybe give it to Nick up the middle, and if he breaks it, fine, or something safe. So actually, I think they're just going to take a knee.
I think so, yep.
They are. They're just going to take a knee
right now.
By the way, I need to say we are educating Tanya Fee tonight. She says she's learning so much from you and I. I don't know what that means, but apparently we're educating her.
Well, Tanya, we appreciate that. I graduated with Tanya, and I'll have your check in the mail.
I did too.
Yeah, you did too, Jay.
Don't forget about me over here.
Too old, Jay. That's right. You're friends with the Fees too. So
that's too funny.
I had the Fees when I was principal at Cortland. Just a great family.
No, love them to death.
Yeah.
And that will be. They took a snap, took a knee. Stars are going to stand right there, and Seymour Hawks, they have to take one more snap. Nope, they don't.
Yes, we don't. Yeah.
We don't have to take it, and Mikey just walks up, and that'll be it. Well, what a good first half of football for the Owls team.
Yes.
Offense and defense, dominant. Halftime, it's Seymour 26, Bedford North Lawrence nothing. Back to B&L in just a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Bob Pointer Family Dealerships is the #1 pre-owned dealer in South Central Indiana and 17th in the entire state. Hello, this is JB Hackman. Bob Pointer not only sells pre-owned vehicles, we buy them too. Your car is probably worth more than you think. Get a cash offer in under a minute. Head over to bobpointergm.com/radio or stop by the dealership for an appraisal. Bob Pointer Family Dealerships, where we sell and buy pre-owned vehicles. Thanks and have a great day.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Many companies already rely on Seymour Insurance Services to connect them with high-quality, innovative, and affordable health care. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seymour Insurance Services. And not only do we provide flexible and affordable health benefit solutions for companies of all sizes, we also offer a wide range of products and services, including comprehensive third-party administration, fully insured plan options, and a local support staff, among many others. Let our local team help you navigate their healthcare needs today. Call us at 812-378-7070 or visit sciho.org today.
Halftime here at B&L Stadium. It's homecoming, so they got a little extra time here at halftime as they're doing homecoming festivities as we speak. The Owls in front by a score of 26-0, and they have been dominant from start to finish defensively, just flying around the ball, offensively scoring 4 touchdowns, a 5th touchdown run by Nick Wheeler. 2 touchdown runs by Nick Wheeler, a touchdown run by Mikey Wright, and a long touchdown pass from Mikey Wright to Jalen Johnson. couple extra points, and all totaling a 26-0 halftime advantage for the Seymour Owls. Our halftime show is brought to you by Prosperity Financial Insurance and Investments. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll be joined by Angie Lucas, head volleyball coach. Tonight's Ball Sports Spotlight. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Long-term care, death, and disability create stress and grief that take a toll on you and your family. Let the professionals at Prosperity Financial create solutions that can aid and comfort you and your loved ones in these significant events. Visit Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and Ryan Banner at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or call 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at utbsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
Joint pain, injuries, or foot problems shouldn't keep you from enjoying the game. From athletic training to rehab to leading-edge surgical care, the specialists at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help athletes of all ages get back in the game. And for quick injury relief, the walk-in clinic in our Seymour office is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. No appointment needed. Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, proud to be the official sports medicine and athletic training provider for the Seymour Owls.
Ready to hit the open road in a new car? At the People's Bank, we make it easy to get behind the wheel with our competitive rates. Whether you're eyeing a sleek sedan or a rugged SUV, we've got you covered. With personalized service and loan options to fit your budget, your dream car is just a drive away. Visit the People's Bank nearest you to learn more. The People's Bank, your journey starts here. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
You can count on us.
Halftime here as the Owls take on Bedford North Lawrence, and our fall sports spotlight tonight is on the girls volleyball team. Always enjoy spending some time talking with Angie Lucas, head coach of the Seymour girls volleyball team. And Coach, forgive me for asking, how many years now?
Oh, this is 30. This is 30, and time just will not slow down.
30, and probably seems sometimes like it's season 1 or season 2, I'm sure. But talk a little bit about this year. You want to talk about a season that's been a roller coaster of a ride. You started out strong. You went through a stretch there where you had some struggles from a win-loss standpoint, but now you've picked it back up and won 5 or 6 in a row as we talk here tonight.
Well, as I said before, I wish time would slow down, because we're having one of those seasons that it's just one that it's a coach's dream. These kids work really hard. They come into the gym every day, give everything that they can, and there's never complaining. There's never a drama moment. It's just all about us and caring about one another and doing the best. So as far as a team aspect, it's been really a coach's dream. Yes, we started out really strong, which is great for us. We tend to not do that sometimes, but so this season was a little bit different. And then we hit a rough patch, but it was because our competition was extremely good. So during that rough patch, we're playing top 10 teams in the state in 4A, and sometimes that's hard to compete, but I felt like our girls did that. We didn't come out on the winning side, but we did compete during that time.
Yeah, and that's one thing about Seymour volleyball has always been the case. You play top-notch tournaments. You went over to Avon in particular and went 0-4 over there, but played Carmel and Crown Point and a team out of Cincinnati that are all ranked in their respective classes. And sometimes those tournaments you learn more about your team than maybe if you would play just a regular season match against somebody that you play every year.
Right, and our motto this year is to compete, and that's exactly what we did. We made so many unforced errors at times that really hurt us, and I'm okay with that, because we're in the middle of our season. We're not at the end yet. We're not peaking yet. We're still working on speeding up our offense and doing things with offense that will help us. But yeah, it's a tough tournament, but I enjoy going, and as long as they'll have us, we're going to keep going back.
Yeah, and you've been every year, so no question about that. Give you a chance, as we always do, to talk about your team, in particular your seniors, and a little bit about Seymour volleyball.
Well, first off, it's a joy to have her back on the court, but Greer Henry is one of our senior players, and as most of you know, she sat out last year with a tough injury, and even though she was sitting out, she was learning the game, and now she's applying what she's learned, and it is so fun to watch her play at the level that she's always wanted to play. So she leads us as one of our outside hitters, and I'm very proud of her work mentally and physically to come back from that injury. And then we have senior Emerson Johnson, who she plays a middle position for us, but I've said over and over that I think she's one of the most athletic kids that I've ever coached. Just so athletic and just so quick. Her speed helps us. She jumps really well, and she's a joy to coach as well. All of these kids are. They come from great families. They've got just high character, and that's what this program's built on. So also helping us this year in our back row, which I'll talk about back row play here in a minute, is Abby Followell. She came back out again and is playing back row for us, and just a real consistent force for us. Love her spunk. She goes after everything. She's not afraid of anything. There's never fear in her eyes. She just fights and competes, and that's what I love to see on the court. And then coming back out for the first time since her sophomore year, Kenzie Gagner, which we've really enjoyed having her out on the court with us. She's playing back row as well for us and serving. And then also a senior, Clara Bansky, who's played in the program for 3 years and is giving us a lot of lifts during practice and on the bench, and just very, very neat kid to be around. So those are our seniors.
Talk a little bit, Coach, what the strength of this team is right now that you think, and I know you've got some underclassmen as well that contribute. Maybe you can include them as well, but where is the strength of this team right now, in your opinion?
Oh, it's definitely our ball control and our first contact. Our back row play, led by Nora Campbell. I mean, this kid is so gritty, and she's put in so much time to get better, as well as Jamie Bobb. Those two kids have played at a high level during club, during off season, and what they bring to our court is just that relentless pursuit for the ball, and they just don't let it hit the ground. And as far as I know, I've done this for a while, but it's the best that I've seen here on our court for a very long time. And so it's because of them we are winning. And now our offense is starting to come into it, and that's going to help us as well. But because of their defensive effort, that's why we have the record that we have.
Talk a little bit, Coach, about obviously you have a tough stretch coming up here. We've got a tournament this weekend over at Franklin where you could play possibly Franklin, a top 10 team. Next week, a conference opponent in New Albany. In a couple weeks, Brownstown. So you really have a stretch now these next couple weeks where they're going to test you. And obviously you would like for that to be the case, because eventually tournament is the ultimate goal and what you would like to compete in.
I'm really looking forward to this next week. I can't wait to see what we're going to do with these teams, because you're right, these teams are very, very good, and we have just been playing average, but now we get a chance to learn what use what we learned at the Avon tournament and this past week, and then hopefully use that and apply that into our matches this week. So I'm for an offensive side of the game, I'm really excited to see what we can do against these teams.
Talk a little bit about, you've had a chance this week to practice some more, and I know I talked to you after the Hauser match, and you said you haven't had a chance to practice. When you get a chance like this, the full week, how do you utilize that as far as getting ready for matches? Do you try to pinpoint on the weaknesses that you've seen and maybe work on that, or how do you fine-tune when you've had a full week of practice like this?
First of all, it's really great to have a whole week of practice. And we haven't had that since preseason, so it's super great to go back to the fundamentals and the basics. And I didn't get a chance to talk about offense yet, but we have changed our offense. Anna Fish is now setting for us. And that was a tough decision because the young lady can swing. She's got one of the hardest swings in our gym, but she also leads the court really well. And so we've made a couple changes there. And so we are working on speeding up our tempo with her and our hitters, and we're really focusing on that, as well as just fine-tuning everything else. We wanted to really work hard on blocking. So that's been a focus this week. But yeah, when we have a week-long time, we have time to work on those fundamentals, and we don't have to focus so much on who we're playing next. So our focus is more on us and getting better with every contact.
One thing people may not understand or may not realize is volleyball, basketball, you get a sense sometimes you have to mix it up. You have to switch from a zone to a man-to-man, or football, you have to change the way you play. Volleyball is very similar. You have to sometimes change the way you approach to best allow what your team strengths are to shine, don't you?
Right, and then it also does depend on your opponent, whether we're going to do a rotational type defense, or if we're going to stay in perimeter defense, or if we're blocking line, if we're blocking cross, where the opponent's weaknesses are as far as blockers, where we can maybe have our hitters be more successful against certain blockers. I mean, that's all part of it. So, it's a big part of the whole picture.
30 years, things have changed over the years. What's the one thing about volleyball? Why 30 years? I guess my question is, what brings you back every year? What is it about volleyball that makes you want to do what you do? Because you could easily say, you know what, I'm tired, I'm ready to step aside, and I don't know much longer you have, but what brings you back every year?
Oh, it's the kids. I mean, you build a connection and a relationship with the kids and the parents, and it's hard to let that go. It's special.
Maybe there's some parents now sitting up there that play.
Yeah, there are. I do. That's true. I have a lot of their kids right now, and it's so neat. It's a neat experience, and I'm just proud of this program and what we have built and what we do every day, and I want these kids to have that experience, and so it does bring me back into the gym. Whether people want me here or not, it brings me back every day, and I enjoy it. It's the best part of my day.
Brings you back into the gym, and for a change, it's an air-conditioned gym. That's got to be such a treat, especially this summer, to be able to have workouts in the main gym in a more comfortable gym. Let's face it.
Oh my, you guys have no idea how nice it is. My assistant coach said, Coach, you have to come back at least for 1 year so you get a chance to be in an air-conditioned gym. You won't know what that's like if you don't try it. It's so true. I'm so grateful for that, and I know the girls are grateful for that. We can get a whole lot more accomplished during practice. We're not spending time wiping up the floor. We're not spending time worried about is someone going to get hurt because the floor is slick. It's just such a more productive atmosphere for us. So we're very thankful for it.
We mentioned you got a tough stretch coming up here the next couple of weeks. Just kind of take us through your schedule as far as what you've got coming up this weekend and then obviously next week as well.
So Saturday we go to Franklin, and we're playing in a 9-team tournament there. In our pool, we play Floyd Central and Indianapolis-Scecina, which are two really talented teams, so we're excited to see what we do against them. And then we'll cross over with some teams from the other pool, hopefully get a chance to play Franklin because they're ranked in the top 10 right now, so we're hoping to get a chance to see them. And then we play Silver Creek on Tuesday at Silver Creek, and that's always a tough battle. And this year especially, they have some very talented young ladies playing, a couple Division I athletes, so it's going to be interesting to see what we can do against them. And then we have New Albany here on Thursday. And New Albany's a conference school, and they're talented and have a great coach. And it's going to be a fun week for us. And then we turn around the following week, and it's senior night, which I can't even believe I'm saying senior night already. Where did that happen? How did that happen so fast? But we play Brownstown, and I look for that to be a great atmosphere here in our gym.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And that's one that it's a week from this coming Tuesday. If you have an opportunity to come out and support the Lady Owls against Brownstown, they had a great match earlier this year, and I'm sure it'll be that way again. Before we wrap things up, I do it every year, but I want to give you an opportunity to talk about your daughter. Is she still coaching?
Oh, I appreciate you saying that. No, well, she's coaching club, and she's with the Bravo Club down at Western Kentucky. So she's actually moved into a different field. She's selling sports equipment for BSN Sports and loves every minute of it. So, yeah, so she's kind of taken on a different direction, but definitely still involved in volleyball. I just can't get her back home to Seymour. I don't know what it takes to get her to come back home, but I've tried. It just isn't going to work. That's home to her, and she's happy.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Angie, as always, I've said this every year, and I'll say it again. I can't express how grateful I am to Angie. She sends me stats, win or lose, no matter what the game is. She's always sending them to me and keeping me informed, and takes the time to talk with me every time I'm at a match or in this capacity. Looking forward to, hopefully we got many more years. I don't know how many more we have, but thank you for everything you do, and I appreciate the time as always.
Oh, thank you, Jay.
Thank you. And again, the volleyball team, big week coming up next week and then the following week, so get out and support them. We're back to Bedford with more football here on 92.7 WXKU.
Long-term care, death, and disability create stress and grief that take a toll on you and your family. Let professionals at Prosperity Financial create solutions that can aid and comfort you and your loved ones in these significant events. Visit Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and Ryan Banner at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or call 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
Jackson County Dental.
It's time to put a sparkle in your smile with Jackson County Dental in Seymour. Picture this. Same-day crowns for that instant oral treatment, teeth whitening to brighten your day, and Invisalign for a straighter, more confident you. Their team is here for all your dental needs, from routine care to tackling tooth pain and those pesky fillings. And families, this is your dental home. And guess what? They're making it easy with Care Credit, so you can focus on your smile, not your wallet. Call Jackson County Dental today and let Dr. Drake, Dr. Pierce, or Dr. Doug pamper your pearly whites. Jackson County Dental, now accepting new patients.
Jackson County Dental.
This Veterans Day, Royalty Roofing is proud to honor our brave veterans who have served our country. It's time to give back to those who've given so much with the Royalty Roofing Veterans Day special. We're offering a free roof, repair, or replacement to a deserving veteran in need. Nominate a deserving veteran or submit your own story for a chance to win. Just visit royaltyroofing.com/Veterans Day and fill out the form to enter. Submissions must be in by September 30th. Together, let's salute our heroes with a new roof over their heads from Royalty Roofing. Royalty Roofing, sheltering those who have shielded us.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Back at Bedford, where the Owls lead the Stars by a score of 26-0. And quick look ahead to the week it was for Seymour High School, or the week it will be for Seymour High School. Tomorrow, the girls golf team will play in the sectional. You believe first sectional of the year already tomorrow.
That's hard to believe, Jay.
Otis Park here in Bedford. The Owls, Bedford, Brownstown, Eastern Green, Mitchell, Orleans, Paoli, Salem, Seymour, Springs Valley, Trinity Lutheran, West Washington, and White River Valley. Top three teams advanced to the Washington Regional. And I know Coach Hoffman, Jim Hoffman, and his squad has gotten better as the year has gone on. And they have expectations to advance to the regional as a team, and we'll wish them the best of luck tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Cross-country teams will be running in the Gherkin Invitational. That's at Muscatatuck Park over in Jennings County tomorrow. Volleyball team, as you just heard from Coach Lucas, playing in the Franklin Invitational tomorrow. They've got some tough matches coming up. Tuesday night at Silver Creek, Thursday night against New Albany, and then the following Tuesday night, senior night, hosting Brownstown Central. Boys soccer team will be at Lawrenceburg tomorrow to play the Tigers, and girls soccer is hosting South Dearborn tomorrow. Boys tennis team begins Hoosier Hills Conference play this coming week. They'll host New Albany on Monday night. If everything goes well, that'll be a tough match. They beat New Albany 3-2 during the year. They could be hosting Floyd Central Friday for the conference title. That would be a great honor. They're 14-2.
Wow.
Coach P.J. Stein's troops are playing exceptionally well. And next Friday night, there's a football game happening just down the road from Seymour, isn't there? Somewhere?
Yeah. Yes.
as the Owls and the Brownstown Central Braves. So we'll do battle from Blevins Memorial Stadium, 7 o'clock kickoff, and we'll have the action for you. And Lance has a score updates from Brownstown. Is that correct, or did you give those to me?
Brownstown was up 14-3 at halftime against North Harrison. And some other Hoosier Hills Conference scores. Floyd Central is beating Jeffersonville 21-14 at halftime. East is up on New Albany 29-10 at halftime. And Jennings County is losing to Madison 35-0.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
And the halftime stats, Bedford total as a team was 7 of 15, 55 yards. Jaden Gilbert had 6 catches for 43. Rushing the ball, Bedford got nothing. They had 6 carries for a total of 1 yard, all carries by Brady Horton. For Seymour, Mikey was 10 of 13 for 160 yards, averaging 16 yards per completion with 1 touchdown. Receiving the ball, Jalen had 5 catches for 106 yards and a touchdown. Trayshawn Hawkins had 1 catch for 37. Rushing the ball as a team, Seymour had 13 carries for 82 yards, averaging 6.31 yards per carry. Nick Wheeler had 6 carries for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mikey had 2 carries for 8 yards and a touchdown. Seymour ran 27 plays compared to Bedford's 24. Seymour had 3 penalties for 30 yards. Bedford had 2 penalties for 15 yards. And Bedford had 1 sack compared to Seymour's 3 sacks.
All right. Yeah, I could have swore Seymour. You're right. Seymour got the ball first, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was thinking, for
Bedford
some reason, I was thinking
deferred.
Bedford got the ball. You're right. Bedford won the toss and deferred. So the Owls have it teed up. By the way, our halftime show brought to you by Prosperity Financial Insurance and Investments. And Adrian Medina has it teed up at the 40-yard line, and he will boot it down to the 15. Stars return back to the 25 across the 30-yard line. Right at the 30-yard line is where Bedford will set up 1st and 10. Seymour in front 26-0 as we start the second half. And Jeff, obviously, not a lot went wrong for the Owls in the first half, but it's one half of football. This is where you just have to play as if it's 0-0 and come out and continue what you did in the first half.
You know, Jay, you're absolutely right. You do have to look at the scoreboard like that and just come out and play another good half of football, try to take some momentum going into that Brownstown game.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quick screen pass comes out, pass is incomplete. As the pass was intended for Driven Axum, went through his hands. The quarterback, Lucas Ira, who came in relief of Dason Kirby in the second quarter, he starts the second half. Kirby was 4 of 8 for 21 yards. Ira 3 of 7 for 34 yards. So, and both of them completed some short patterns that got a few extra yards, but this time they'll put 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, pistol formation. The hand is to Horton, and he has very little yards around the right end. Tackle over there by Will Mahoney made the stop for the Owls, and it'll bring up a 3rd down for the Stars, 3rd down and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Noah Broughton was in on that too. Just stopped him right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they'll bring 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Looks like they're going to line up a tight end to the right. Pistol formation with Ira directly behind him is Horton. Now he'll shift off to the right. Back to throw is Ira. It's got some time this time. Now he's forced out of the pocket. He throws it. Pass is complete. And it's going to be a 1st down. Complete to Driven Axum. And he's able to get it across the 40-yard line to the 42-yard line, 11-yard pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, they flushed the quarterback out of the pocket and created a scramble situation where their receivers were coming back to the ball. And it looks like Curtis Burke gave some pressure and Mason Nugent as well. But, yeah, their receivers just came back and made a good play.
Again, Ira in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands to Horton. Tries to bounce it out to the right side. It's got a little running room across midfield, 45, and down the sideline. Actually, that was Jaden Gilbert lined up in the backfield that time. Gilbert carries the ball into Seymour territory at the 41-yard line. Pickup of 16 and a 1st down for the Stars.
Yeah, when your safety makes the tackle, it's usually not a good thing. Jackson Brock made a good play on that, but our defensive linebackers need to come up a little stronger on that.
This time Horton does line up next to Ira. Back to throw, across the middle, pass is incomplete. Coverage there by Mitchell Mellencamp intended for Daxton Shorts. Also Jalen Johnson and I believe it was Aaron Holtz in on the coverage as well. Try to thread the needle on that one and was incomplete.
Sure did. He sure did. There was a small hole there. Didn't quite make it through.
Second down 10, ball at the Seymour 41-yard line. This time they bunch trips to the right, all within the tackle. In the shotgun is Ira. They send short in motion from right to left. The snap. Back to throw is Ira. He steps up. Now he's going to flesh out to the left side. Being chased by Mellencamp. He's going to run it. And he's going to get hit by Jalen and go out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Jalen made sure he didn't go any farther than what he did when he hit him. He leveled him out of bounds. Clean hit, too, by the way. But he certainly laid him out. Pickup of 3.
Got his money's worth there.
Good coverage that time, the Owls, because he wanted to throw deep, and he actually stood in the pocket for a couple of seconds before he rolled out.
You know, knock on wood, besides that pass interference, they really haven't gotten the ball deep on us. They're all under routes, you know. But what a lot of times you do is you clear those safeties out and then throw it under. So that might be what they're trying to do.
Third down 7. In 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And there's a fumble on the ground, and the Owls have it. Will Mahoney. That was a case where he tried to hand it off to the running back. I think he wanted to keep it. The running back thought he was going to get it. The ball just fell to the turf, and Will Mahoney was Johnny on the spot, falls on it. And the Owls have it 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. So the turnover, that's actually the first turnover of the game.
Yeah.
But the Owls do recover the fumble and take over for their first possession of the second half.
That was a timely turnover for the Owls. They were moving the ball a little bit.
42-yard line, 1st and 10. Mikey Wright, 2 receivers to either side. Hawkins, the running back. It's a low snap, and Mikey's going to have to keep it, and he's going to get hit back around the 35-yard line, a loss of about 7 on the play. And that was just a case of a low snap, and Mikey had trouble picking it up, and when he did, he had no chance.
Yeah, when that snap is that low, it's hard to recover from that.
Second down, 15. Ball resting at the 37-yard line. Again, this time he'll send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The snap, the hand is to Hawkins, bounces it out to the left side, gets it across the 40. Another flag comes in. That might cost the Owls 10 more yards.
You know, it's been a relatively clean game as far as penalties. So, yeah, we got a hold here.
Holding penalty on the Owls. So that'll cost the Owls 10 yards as they'll mark it off. And they'll put it down at the 28-yard line, 32-yard line, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 20. Seymour in front, 26-0. First possession for the Owls here in the second half. Mikey takes the snap, back to throw, across the middle. He throws it behind Milliken, and incomplete. Alex was cutting across the middle, and the ball sailed behind him. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 20.
Yeah, I really like that route, almost like a skinny slant, and just threw it behind him a little bit. It's hard to adjust on that one.
3rd down and 20. Ball at the 32-yard line. 2 receivers, Johnson and Milliken to the left, Shelley and Rocky to the right. There's the snap, back to throw, across the middle. It's caught by Shelley, And he is hit just as he catches it. Nice play there by the Stars linebacker Cutler Chastain. Logan catch good for about 7 yards, well short of the first down, and the Owls will have to put it away.
Yeah, they put a stick on Logan there. He did a nice job of corralling the football and holding on to it because he got hit the second he caught it.
8:50 to play, third quarter. The Owls in front, 26-0.
Third punt of the night, I believe.
Yep. There's the snap. Mellencamp gets the kick away. It's a line drive kick that'll hit and take a great Seymour bounce. That's going to bounce inside the 10 and be downed at the 9-yard line. So got the benefit of the roll that time, and it is down, and they'll put it down at the 10-yard line where the Stars will take over 1st and 10, a 51-yard punt for Mitchell Mellencamp, who continues to shine as our surprise find punter.
Yeah. Getting his average up there with 51 yards.
Yes, indeed. So the Stars will take over. Again, they have struggled here. They've had a couple drives where they've had a little success. Last one, they showed some signs, but then they fumbled, and then the Owls capitalized on the fumble. But they start at their 10-yard line. They'll widen 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Ira in the shotgun sends a receiver in motion, back to throw. Steps up. He's going to get hit, and he's going to go down. Sack number 4 for the Owls, and it was Jalen Johnson and Curtis Burke. Braden Riley.
A host of
Owls got in there.
Mellencamp was in on that, too.
Lance kept pointing at the names on who was in there. Let's just say a host of Owls.
Yeah.
Loss of 5 back on the play to the 5-yard line. 2nd down and 15. Again, this time they'll send 3 receivers out to the left side. Back to throw is Ira in the end zone. Now he's flushed out. They got a penalty coming up against the Stars. Pass is complete, but a holding penalty against Bedford. And that's going to be half the distance. Parker Kern is the one who made who got the hold. That'll be half the distance. And they'll put the ball back at the 2.5-yard line. We'll call it the 3-yard line.
If I'm a defensive coordinator right here, I'd love a score by the defense. I'm bringing everybody.
That's about the only thing the defense hasn't done tonight.
I know. I'm bringing the house.
So they'll mark the penalty off and put it at the, again, like the 2-yard line, 3-yard line, where it's 2nd down and 17.
Of course, Jay, it's easy for me to make these calls from up here. My paycheck isn't dependent upon these calls.
Ira back to throw. He's going to air it out down the field, and the pass is incomplete. Great play by Aaron Holt. He came over the top and knocked that ball away. It was intended for Jaden Gilbert.
And it really was a good throw by their quarterback, but just a better defensive play there by Holt.
Sure was. 3rd down, Curtis Burke got some pressure in there that time, too, on Lucas Ira. And if you didn't think they were coming on that down, I could almost bet the ranch that at least one of them is going to be unleashed here on 3rd down at the 3-yard line. So Ira had to come all the way to the sideline.
Probably going to have to call a timeout.
And the play clock is down to 2, down to 1, and they aren't going to get the playoff. That's a delay of game.
Okay.
Unless they got a timeout down here. I don't think they did. Nope, it's a delay of game. So they're going to move back even farther. Oh. Well, the quarterback comes all the way to the sideline to get the play. And by the time he got the play, they're back all the way to the end zone. He had to run about 30 yards just to get back to the huddle.
Exactly.
So they move it back now to the 1, where it's 3rd and forever. And they're just going to try to run it up the middle. They didn't get out of the end zone. That's a safety. That's a safety, and it sure is. He did not get out of the end zone. And the Owls record a safety. Curtis Burke got in there. Also, Braden Riley was the first one to hit him. Mason Nugent was there, of course, and put 2 more points on the board for the Owls. Oh, there's your defense scoring.
Defense gets their score.
Safety, and it's now a 28-0 ball game.
And
we'll get the ball back on the free kick. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Seymour Football.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
The Owls defense has played well all night. It's only fitting that they score. Safety on that particular play, and they now lead by a score of 28-0. And Bedford will kick off from the 20-yard line. Owls will send back Aaron Holt. Jalen Johnson is back there as well.
Now, from here, you can either
punt it or kick it.
Punt or kick. And different coaches have different philosophies on that.
And they look like they are choosing to kick it as the ball is put on a tee at the 20-yard line. Parker Beeson, who does the kickoff duties. Holt and Johnson are standing at the 30-yard line, by the way. And there's the kick. It's a low kick that Aaron will take at the 30. Bring it up to the 40. Cuts it inside to the 50. The 45, the 40.
He could go.
Down the sideline, the 20, but a flag has come in. Oh, Aaron Holt was going to take it to the distance, but a flag comes in at the 35-yard line, and that's going to bring it back. And now the Seymour players are starting to realize there's a flag down. And Aaron Holt just kind of threw his hands up in the air like, are you kidding me?
I get it. I do.
Oh, poor guy.
Oh.
Yep. Going to be a hold against the Owls, and that'll bring it back 10 yards. What would have been a 70-yard kickoff return, but the penalty will nullify the touchdown. The flag is at the 34-yard line of Bedford, so that'll move it back, if that is indeed where the penalty was, back to the 44, where the Owls will take over 1st and 10 to start the drive. And that's indeed where they'll mark it at, the 44. So Seymour sets up 1st and 10.
You've done this a few times, haven't you, Jay?
Yeah.
Well, 25 years worth, right?
25th year. So to the line come the Owls, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll split the backs this time as Hawkins and Wheeler both in the backfield with Wright. Mikey takes the snap, hands to Hawkins. Fights his way up the middle, gets it to the 41-yard line. A pickup of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. Clock is moving. We have 7:13 to play. Here in the third quarter, the Owls in front 28-0. Seymour in no hurry, getting the play out as they come to the line with 15 on the play clock. Snap it with under 10. Take as much time as they can off the clock here. 2 receivers to the right. And again, Mikey's going to run it himself this time, and he gets it across the 40. Down to the 38-yard line. Another pickup of 3. Make it a 3rd down and 3 for the Owls. Tate Tanksley, senior linebacker for the Stars. And on the stop.
What a name for a linebacker.
Tate Tanksley.
Oh, I thought it was Tank. I'm sorry. Tanksley, though, works, too.
The Tank would work as well.
That would work.
Maybe that's his nickname.
Yeah.
Tanksley? Tank? I bet he's been called Tank before.
I bet he has before.
3rd down and 4. Ball resting at the 38-yard line. Play clock is down to 5 as the Owls hustle to the line of scrimmage, and now they're not even set. They're going to have to take a timeout now they will have to take a timeout. Coach Moore hustles down the sideline to get to the officials here and call a timeout. So we'll step aside for 30 seconds. We have 6:01 to play, third quarter at Seymour 28, Bedford North Lawrence nothing. You're listening to Seymour football.
Make sure your heating system is ready for whatever weather winter brings. Whether it's a fall tune-up for your current system or installing a new one, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, your local Bryant dealer, will do whatever it takes to keep your family comfortable this winter. With quality parts, reliable system, and advanced technology, they provide service you can trust. To schedule an appointment, contact Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Bryant, whatever it takes. Watch for Jackson Live opening soon, both in Freeman Field.
I'm with Jeff Claycamp, Lance Hubbard, Jay Hubbard from BNL Stadium, where the Owls have been in control of this one from the get-go. 28-0, offense and defense, total domination to this point. And they have a 3rd and 4 at the Bedford 38-yard line. The snap is to right. He will hand to Hawkins. Trey Sean's going to be about 2 yards short. He cut it to the right and tried to use his quickness to hit the hole, and I think he may have got tripped up.
Turf Monster got him on that one, maybe.
But they'll bring it down, mark it at the 36-yard line, and the Owls will be faced with a 4th and 2. And I think they're going to bring in some more beef up front. Mitchell Mellencamp comes in, and out goes Charlie Rocky. And they're going to line up tight formation. Hawkins back with Mikey in the backfield. Mikey will take the snap. Hands to Hawkins, got a first down, breaks a tackle into the open, down to the 20, and brought down. Popped that one right up the middle.
You know he did. He just got north and south very quickly. He didn't try to bounce anything, just took it right down the gut.
15-yard run there for Hawkins.
Burst of speed there.
And it gives the Owls a 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I'd maybe run that play again.
Well, the Owls are going to take time off this clock. 5 minutes to play, third quarter and moving. And the Owls will line up with Johnson and Shelley lined out to the left, Milliken and Rocky to the right. The snap, it's a low. Back to throw is right. Rolls out to the right, doesn't have anybody now. He's going to run it, cuts it up the middle or down the sideline, and will get something out of nothing. Picks up about 6 on the play, bring up a 2nd down and 4. I want to give a call out, Jeff. I think we had somebody else in the slot.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
okay.
Everett Jackson.
Oh.
Everett is a 5'7" freshman.
Oh.
And he is lined up on the right side in the slots with Jalen, Milliken, and Shelley to the left. The hand is to Hawkins up the middle. Trayshawn fights his way forward, about 2 yards shy of the first down. We'll give him 3 on that carry. Bring up a 3rd down and 2 as the clock continues to move.
4:23 here in the third quarter.
Very methodical drive here for the Owls. A drive that started possibly with a kickoff return.
Yeah.
Called back by penalty, but Seymour has moved it down, picked up a 4th down. Now they face a 3rd down, and you would suspect they're in 4-down territory here. Mikey rolls out to the left. He's going to throw it. End zone. Jalen's there, and it's incomplete. Nice play defensively by the Stars' driven Axum. Ball was underthrown. He had Jalen in the corner, but he underthrew it a little bit, and Axum was able to get his hands on it.
Looks like brought in the jumbo package here.
Yeah, Jalen actually turned into a defender there that time, kind of knocked it away from Axum. So the Owls bring in their jumbo package, or whatever you want to call this. I don't know if they call it jumbo. Do they call it jumbo?
At least they used to. I know that for a fact. But
Nugent and Neil Wheeler right behind Mikey, behind center. The snap, the give to Wheeler. He's got the first down. He's got the end zone touchdown. Nick Wheeler's 3rd touchdown run of the game, and a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Owls go in front by a score of 34-0. And Adrian Medina in to attempt the extra points. Again, that 2 fourth down conversions on that drive.
Yeah.
And that touchdown run on 4th down.
Yeah, just a nice play. Brought in the jumbo package there and wanting just the short yardage, but got the 12-yard touchdown. So
Medina in to kick the extra points. A snap by Mitchell Mellencamp. The hold by Aaron Holt. Medina is set to kick it. And now we got a flag. And we got a false start on the owl, so that'll back us up 5 yards. Make it a little bit longer of an extra point for Medina. He's got the leg. There's no doubt he can make it 5 yards back. It's like a baseball no-hitter.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, for those of you true football fans out there, you know why this is the most important extra point of the night.
Yeah. Just made it a little more difficult.
It makes it a little bit more challenging 5 yards back. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. The kick is good. And we can say it now, a running clock. A running clock at 35-0 on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Seymour Football.
For over a century, J.C. Bank has proudly served our communities, including partnering with our local high schools to support student athletes. From thrilling touchdowns to game-winning goals, we're cheering for our teams every step of the way. We've been your trusted financial partner since 1900, providing top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Stop in today and experience the J.C. Bank difference, or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
During that timeout, Lance came over and said that might have been the most anticipated extra point we've had all night. The Owls drive 44 yards in 8 plays. A 10-yard touchdown run by Nick Wheeler. The extra point is good, and high school rules 35-point lead in the second half means a running clock. The clock stops only on a end of the quarter and a touchdown or a field goal or a timeout or an injury.
Okay.
It does not stop at all, and I don't know if you broadcast it during a running clock. It goes by quickly.
It does. And you know what, Jay? We're not getting any younger, so an earlier bedtime, I'm okay with that.
And we didn't talk about it because it's like a no-hitter. You don't mention it until it goes through, and then it's actually 35
then
points.
We can talk about it.
There's the kick down to the 5-yard line, and it's driven Axum to return it, and he will run it back out to the 20-yard line. And now let's see if does a bet. Okay, it's run. Make sure that they understand the rule over there, because the officials still signal stop the clock. They're still in the mode
of kind of muscle memory a little bit
of stopping the clock when he goes out of bounds. But as long as it keeps running, Lance gave me the sign that it was still running.
We're going to hold him to that.
We're
Jay.
good. Ball resting at the 30, where the Stars will take over 1st and 10. And Lucas Ira is still their quarterback. And now we do have a timeout where the official stops the clock, and I think we've got an equipment issue. Oh, no, we got an official down.
Oh.
We have an official down on the other side, unless he's hurt or there's a problem with
maybe
the chain.
a chain. I think there's a chain issue.
I think it's a chain. Okay. There's a problem with the chain. The official was down there on kneeled down on the other side. I thought maybe he was injured, but the chain. Huh? Well, yes, you're right. So there was an issue. The kickoff return ran to that sideline and hit the chain.
Now, I remember about 4 years ago, we were playing at Jeffersonville, and Jake Roberts rolled up on the official's ankle and snapped his ankle. Jake felt awful, and the guy had to get surgery. So luckily, nothing like that happened over on that far sideline.
So, see, that's the problem. We made a big deal about the running clock.
I know.
And then we have a stoppage.
We jinxed it. We knew we'd jinx it one way or the other.
It's our fault for even mentioning it.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to Oh, no, Tanya just said, how are you guys doing? Great to see you. Couple handsome guys is what she said.
I do have a face for radio, that's for sure.
Well, apparently the chain is unable to.
Well,
I think the clock just needs to keep running while they're doing the chain.
They got it. They got
Did
it.
they get it? Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's an ambulance coming.
Go
Maybe
on.
they thought that
Yeah.
medically needed to secure the chain there. All right. We're ready to go now. Ball at the 30-yard line. The snap to Ira. He will hand it off to Brady Horton. And Horton gains about 2 yards. Give him up to the 32. Again, the Owls, a host of Owls on the stop. Jalen Johnson made the stop for Seymour. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. Stars will send out 3 receivers to the left. In the shotgun. Back to throw is Lucas. He rolls out. He's got some pressure. A couple Seymour players chasing him, and he will throw it away.
Yeah, that was a smart.
Mason Nugent and Braden Riley. My goodness, have we called those guys names at all tonight?
They have been all over the field.
Those 2 guys, 38 and 34, we're going to see the Bedford quarterback is going to see 34 and 38 in their nightmares tonight.
Right.
So the incomplete pass, but the clock continues to run. Where are we at, Jeff?
We've got 145.
145, and the clock is moving. Oh, no, we had a penalty. Ineligible downfield on the Stars. And they'll take 5 yards and move it back to the 27-yard line. But the good news again is the clock continues to move.
Continues to run. Each second.
There's the snap. Ira back to throw. He throws it downfield. That ball could be picked off, and it almost was. Charlie Rocky had the best chance to catch it, but it was even overthrown past Rocky. Rocky was trying to make the catch down the road as we go under a minute. And it'll bring up a third and 13 for the Stars at the 27-yard line. Again, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The snap, back to throw, pressure coming. He steps up in the pocket. He throws, and Aaron Holt had a pick, and it went in and out of his hands. Again, Aaron's got to think, what do I have to do to have something go my way tonight?
That was almost set up on a tee for him.
Hit him run the wrong spot, right between the ones.
Yeah, that's all right. He was coming up hard, making a good hustle play. Just went right through his hands.
Yeah, incomplete pass, but that will be the final play of the third quarter as the clock will run out, even though that was an incomplete pass. And we have played 3 quarters of football. It's the Seymour Owls 35, the Bedford North Lawrence Stars 0. More Seymour football after this timeout. You're listening to 92.7.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
Make sure your heating system is ready for whatever weather winter brings. Whether it's a fall tune-up for your current system or installing a new one, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, your local Bryant dealer, will do whatever it takes to keep your family comfortable this winter. With quality parts, reliable system, and advanced technology, they provide service you can trust. To schedule an appointment, contact Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Bryant, whatever it takes. Watch for Jackson Live opening soon,
As play
both
resumes,
in Freeman
it'll
Field.
be 4th down for the Stars, and they're going to go for it at the 28-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The snap, the ball back to throw. It's complete, but it's shy of the first down. Pass was caught by Jaden Gilbert. Will Mahoney, Charlie Rocky on the coverage. It's about 3 yards short of the first down, and the Owls will take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. And we got some new people coming in, so let's do our best to get some names mentioned. Max Coates is going to be the quarterback.
Okay.
Looks like Charlie Bruce is in there at one of the receivers. Aaron Holt is in at one of the receivers. Back, the handoff is to Hawkins. He bounces it out to the left side. And we'll get down to the 35-yard line. Jackson Fox and Brody Bowles.
Charlie Bruce is making a nice block over there on the far side. Good to see him in there.
See if we have any new offensive linemen out there. Chase Smith is in. Looks like Evan Bonhaney is still in. So a lot of the starters are still on the offensive line. Max Coach, your quarterback. Out to the left side is Jackson Fox. Charlie Bruce splits to the far side. Coach is going to keep it himself. He's going to run it up across the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Pickup of about 2 for Max. Bring up a third down. Third down and 6 for the Owls at the Bedford 34-yard line. See some new faces on offense. I have a feeling, though, you're not going to see very many new faces on defense because they want to preserve the shutouts.
Yeah, I think you want the shutout.
Absolutely.
And I certainly don't blame him.
I don't blame him for that.
Defense, you don't get many accolades, so shutout would be a nice one.
Yes, indeed. Third down, Coach is in the shotgun. He's going to roll out to the right. He looks. Flag comes down. Pass is incomplete, intended for Jackson Fox, but the flag is down, and that's in the vicinity of holding. And it is a holding against the Owls. Let's see what Bedford does. Do they take it, make it 3rd and long, or make it a 4th down there?
He's declined it.
And they're going to decline the penalty. So it'll bring up a 4th down for the Owls at the Bedford 34-yard line. And again, the clock continues to move, even though incomplete passes, running clock. 12 minutes, and usually takes about 13 to 14 minutes to play a quarter if everything goes right. So that's 4th down, and the Owls will keep the offense out there. There's another new face in there as well. Jackson Everett, he was in earlier. He's in at one of the slot positions, slot receivers. Bruce splits out to the right. Fox to the left. Coates is in the shotgun. Hawkins to his left. Max takes the step, throws the screen pass. It's caught by Everett. He breaks a tackle. He's got a first down, and he is inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah,
Everett Jackson on the catch. Nice,
really good
pass there.
Yeah.
He had to break a tackle, pick up a 15.
Max threw a nice spiral ball at him.
Had he not broken the tackle, it would have been stopped of shy of a first down.
Yeah.
So puts the ball down at the 18-yard line where Seymour has it 1st and 10. Again, Coach with Hawkins to his left. 2 receivers to either side. Hawkins will get the carry, but a flag is down, and we're going to have a false start against the Owls. I think at this juncture, let's be honest. At this juncture right now, getting a little, losing a little focus, trying to, you're trying to stay focused, but you're.
Yeah. Looks like, did we say earlier? Yeah, we did say Brody was in, right? Bowles?
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
Bowles and Jackson line up, or Fox and Jackson line up to the right. There's the snap. The hand is to Hawkins. Bounces it to the left side at 20, 15. Cuts it back into the 10. Still going. He might even have a first down. Close to it. Right at the sticks. Alex Milliken, who was in there at the time, threw a nice block to get Hawkins some room. Actually, it was 21 on the block. It was Charlie Bruce.
Yeah. Charlie had a nice block a while ago, too.
It was short, 2nd and 1. Hawkins will get the carry again, and he will walk into the end zone for the touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run for Trayshawn Hawkins. And the Owls put 6 more on the board
with 6:48 to go.
6:48 to play, and in to kick the extra point will be Adrian Medina. For Trayshawn, his first touchdown of the night. And Medina will be in to kick the extra point. The Owls now up 41-0. Owls have had success. This will be the 3rd straight win on this field for Seymour.
Yeah. And coming after last week where we kind of gave up a lead, this is just a nice way to come back prior to that Brownstown game, take some momentum into that game.
Mitchell Mellencamp to snap it. Aaron Holt will hold it. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is away. And the kick is good. 6:48 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Seymour 42, Bedford North Lawrence 0. You're listening to Seymour football.
Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships is the #1 pre-owned dealer in South Central Indiana and 17th in the entire state. Hello, this is JB Hackman. Bob Pointer not only sells pre-owned vehicles, we buy them too. Your car is probably worth more than you think. Get a cash offer in under a minute. Head over to bobpointergm.com/radio or stop by the dealership for an appraisal. Bob Pointer Family Dealerships, where we sell and buy pre-owned vehicles. Thanks and have a great day.
And the Owls will tee it up as they score again. This time 39 yards in 7 plays. 5:43 off the clock. Trayshawn Hawkins from 11 yards out to the extra point good. And it's 42-0 in favor of the Owls. Seymour will snap their 3-game losing streak. Now be 2-3 on the year and give some confidence heading into next week. Because, obviously, next week's game, it's a big one. I've said it many times. It's bigger sometimes for the communities than it is for the football teams.
Right.
But it's a rivalry. It'll be a big game, and Brownstown more than likely will be 5-0, depending on how they do in the second half against North Harrison. But I don't suspect them to be down. But
there's just a nice buzz in the air at that game, and a lot of people know each other, are related.
Sure.
So
there's the kickoff, bounces it out to the outside, and he's got some room to run, but should have had a penalty down here.
That's all right. With this score,
Jacob Dow got up and kind of looked at the official and said, hey, somebody hit me from behind. That's not allowed.
Sometimes you hold the laundry when it's this lopsided.
And as you mentioned, if you wondered, the first team defense is out there. So they want the shutout, and I don't blame them.
I certainly don't blame them.
Not at all.
Don't.
They want the shot. Had it been 42-7 at this point, you probably would have seen the JV players.
Seen a lot of different players in.
But at this juncture, you want the shutout, and I certainly don't blame them for that. We got another quarterback in there.
And a timeout.
Now actually, Seymour took a timeout. We got our 3rd quarterback of the night, a freshman, Bo Allender, is going to be the quarterback. And we'll keep it here. Allender is a 5'9", 155-pound freshman. But anyway, the Owls and Brownstown Central Braves next week from Blevins Memorial Stadium, 6 o'clock will be our airtime. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock. And I will tell you, if you are going to the game, get there early.
Yes.
Seating is limited on the visitor side.
Very limited.
So if you would like to sit in the bleachers, you will need to be there probably when the gates open.
Yep.
Or if you want to bring lawn chairs and sit along the outside of the fences, or in some cases, if you want to park on Elm Street and party with those guys, you can do that as well. Oh, here's another new face into the lineup, a running back, Eli Engelking, and he ran about 60 yards and got 0. He started to the left, he came back to the right, and then he came back to the left, and he ends up getting 1 yard.
Yeah, well. They call that a lot of east and west running. It looks like they brought in number 64 for Seymour, a Wyatt Hartley.
Okay. Second down. Low snap, back to throw. He's going to throw a screen pass to the running back, and what a play by Mitchell Mellencamp. Mitchell read it. The pass caught by Ingle King, another freshman, and he loses, 11, 10, back to the 45-yard line.
The acronym for that is TOL, tackle for a loss. You always love those as a defensive coordinator.
You think that Eli Ingleking at 5'8", 150 pounds saw Mitchell Mellencamp at 6'2", 225 coming at him and thinking, oh my, what in the world have I got myself into?
I'm sure that thought went through his mind.
Third down and long. The snap, back to throw is Allender. He rolls out to the right. Looks like he's going to run it.
He's pretty quick.
He is quick. He runs it out of bounds. Chased over there.
Looks like.
Was that Hartley who chased him out? Nolan Bartels is the one who chased him out of bounds. I think they're getting some new players in there,
too.
but they're keeping the heart of the defense there, maybe subbing in a couple players here and there. I saw
looks like Brody Sawyer's in there.
I saw Cole Simmons also came in.
Good to see Cole in there. I had Cole in class, and I've coached him in football, so it's good to see Cole out there.
Got somebody else too, Lance? My eyes are horrible. Nolan Keys also in there. Here's Allender back to throw. He's being chased out of the pocket. Throws it downfield, incomplete. It was intent. The closest guy to him was an offensive lineman who was about 10 yards down the field.
Again, you just kind of keep that flag in the pocket.
Yeah, that's what the official like. You know what? That's okay.
Yeah, that's just taking time.
Get you done. The offensive guard was the closest guy to that pass, and he was 10 yards down the field.
Well, I don't see the coaches arguing.
No, not at this juncture. Clock continues to move. That's the good news.
All right, now.
Actually, the Owls can just take some knees.
Yes, and pitch the shutout here for this defense.
Actually, they line up in formation, but in all, they probably have to run a couple plays because there's 2:17.
Yeah.
Oh, got a new running back in there. Oh, no, Coach kept it, though. He bounces it to the outside. He may go. 30, 20, 10, 5, end zone. Touchdown, Max Coates on a quarterback keeper, and he broke a tackle and he took it to the house.
He did. Yeah, Maddox Wallace was in there. They faked the run to Maddox Wallace, and then he kept it for the score.
Max Coates, 53-yard touchdown run.
Max goes home with a tutty.
I was going to say, and I can see his dad over there was the loudest one in the bunch. So I saw him standing up, going crazy. Good for them.
And his uncle on the sidelines was probably rooting too.
Oh, that's good stuff. Medina in to kick the extra point with 1:13 to play. Say what you will, that's just a simple quarterback keeper, and
it wasn't.
You got to tackle him.
Yeah, it wasn't anything, trickery or anything like that.
Yeah, it wasn't anything to. Just run the simple play. Yep. If you don't tackle him, let him score.
Yep.
Extra point coming from Medina. It's on the way, and it is good.
Boy, he kicks a nice ball.
He does kick a nice ball. A minute. Oh, how much time came off? What do we have now? 49 seconds. Is the clock moving now?
No.
Okay. 49 seconds to play. The Owls in front by a score of 49-0. And they will kick it off, and Bedford will have to run probably one, maybe two plays, and we'll put the wrapper on a victory here tonight at Lawrence County. Been a good night.
It really has.
Been a good night. I mean, both sides of the ball look good. Defense, really happy for them. They got a lot of, after giving up 50 the week before. And I don't think they played terrible last week.
No.
But they got, they had some talk to, some personnel changes, couple personnel changes, and they earned this shutout tonight. They have been dominant from the get-go. Bedford hadn't even come close.
Yeah. I'm sure Coach Wolf has challenged them throughout the week. How are we going to respond to last week, and we responded exactly how he had probably wished it would happen. And so proud of the boys for doing that. What happens when you face adversity? And we certainly came back and played much better this week.
I don't know that Bedford has been inside the Seymour 30 all night.
I don't remember.
They had one drive where they got down to about the 35 and they fumbled.
I don't remember them being in the red zone.
I'm thinking inside the 30.
Right.
I don't recall them being. I know they got down to the 37 when they fumbled, but I don't recall them being inside the 30. There's the kick.
They hadn't started the clock yet.
And we got a flag down on the kickoff. The clock is not moving.
Yeah.
No. we're going to notice that. Good job, Coach. Seymour coach is walking behind us as they get from upstairs. And
now they're running the clock.
Unfortunately, the Owls commit a penalty on that kickoff return. Face mask. So that'll cost them 15 from the end of the run, and let's see, move it up to close to the midfield, 48-yard line. Is it running?
Yeah.
30 seconds on the clock, and it is running.
Looks like Townsend Chambers is over here on this near side as a corner. We've got Brody Sawyers back in.
Pass is complete.
And
Brody Sawyers makes a tackle for no yards, and that's going to be it.
And then who was 48? And, Alex, help me, Jay, with this one. Number 51.
Cisneros. Alexis Cisneros.
All right.
On the tackle. So that'll do it. Clock runs to 0, and it's a winning night for the Owls here on the road as they dominate this one from start to finish. Final score, Seymour 49, Bedford North Lawrence 0. We start our post-game show in 2 minutes. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
This Veterans Day, Royalty Roofing is proud to honor our brave veterans who have served our country. It's time to give back to those who've given so much with the Royalty Roofing Veterans Day Special. We're offering a free roof repair or replacement to a deserving veteran in need. Nominate a deserving veteran or submit your own story for a chance to win. Just visit royaltyroofing.com/Veterans Day and fill out the form to enter. Submissions must be in by September 30th. Together, let's salute our heroes with a new roof over their heads from Royalty Roofing. Royalty Roofing, sheltering those who have shielded us.
Joint pain, injuries, or foot problems shouldn't keep you from enjoying the game. From athletic training to rehab to leading-edge surgical care, the specialists at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help athletes of all ages get back in the game. And for quick injury relief, the walk-in clinic in our Seymour office is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. No appointment needed. Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, proud to be the official sports medicine and athletic training provider for the Seymour Owls.
Back here at Bedford North Lawrence, where the Owls win it, final score of 49-0 as Lance works on final stats. Jeff, this was obviously from our standpoint, it was a fun game.
It was,
but simply put, it was domination from start to finish from both sides of the ball for the Owls team.
You know, it really was. We moved the ball in a variety of ways: the run, the pass. Got a lot of different people with touchdowns. Defensively, I was just so impressed with how we flew to the football, how we were making good, solid hits, and just playing good, fundamental Seymour football. And so I think Coach Moore will be proud to say that the Owls tonight played a good brand of Seymour football.
It did things offensively from all aspects. I mean, nothing fancy, couple plays, we broke a couple long ones. Jalen broke that long touchdown after catching it. He broke it down the sideline. but a lot of it just methodically moving down the field, picking up third downs, picking up fourth downs, things like that.
Yeah, making the big plays when you had to, and really playing relatively mistake-free football. You didn't see a lot of penalties on the Owls, and just a solid performance overall. And I think your son will bring up the stats here in a minute. I think it'll be a good stat line for the Owls here.
But obviously, this night belongs to the defense. Obviously it belongs to the whole team, but defensively, anytime you get a shutout, that's huge. You guys, your defensive coach, you know that.
Absolutely.
You get a shutout, you take pride in that. But I thought the dominance that they had defensively, and I mean, those linebackers, Mason Nugent and Braden Riley, like I said, 30 and 34 are going to be etched in these Bedford quarterback or 38 and 34, beg your pardon, are going to be etched to the Bedford quarterback's mind all night.
Yeah, they'll probably have some flashbacks of that. They were just coming hard, making some hard tackles. A lot of tackles for losses. Mellencamp had a few of those. We had some batted passes that we wish we could probably have back. But hey, we got the safety. And almost put a score on the kickoff return, but had that negated by a penalty. And Alex Holt, poor Alex tonight played a great game, but had a kickoff return that had to be brought back. And I'm sorry.
You did it. I did it last year.
Oh, my goodness.
I did it last year when you and I were together at Jefferson. I called him Alex.
My apologies. But, I guarantee he wish he had that touchdown and a few of those possible interceptions back.
Yeah, good night tonight for the Owls. And they scored in a lot of different ways. Nick Wheeler, 3 touchdowns tonight. He ran the ball well. Mikey Wright, very efficient. Mikey Wright, a touchdown run, a touchdown pass.
Yep.
And you also get some younger guys, some guys that play on Saturday. They do a lot of work in the practice. Coach talks about this on our coaches show all the time, how on the practice, the JV players are significant to what we do from a varsity standpoint. But they get a chance to play tonight and get a couple touchdowns out of it, especially Max gets the touchdown run.
Max gets the touchdown. You have a kid like Charlie Bruce, when his number was called, come in and made some really good aggressive blocks. At the varsity, you had Alex Milliken, who made a good catch early. And also played good defense. We had some good pass coverage as well. And it looks like Coach Moore is bringing his little one up here.
I was going to say, I'm going to give Coach a hard time because he's making us wait because he was taking pictures down there with his wife and his baby.
Gotcha.
No, he'll come up here.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
And
well, look at all that hair.
I know. Look at that. I was going to give him a hard time for taking pictures. Now he's bringing her up here, so we'll have to talk with him. But
absolutely.
Let's take care of a couple things while we wait on those guys to get up here. Family drug play of the game. Any thoughts? The defense. Any thoughts of a particular play tonight? I'm thinking, the defense gets a shutout. How about the safety?
I think so. I think the safety on defense, get the shutout. Let's reward that defense for the safety there.
We'll just give him this microphone here, Coach, so you can.
All right.
Leave yours there. Yeah, I know. I see that.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a partner here, so be careful with that partner.
Oh my God!
Lucky there. We got a special guest here. How about that?
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness, Coach, she's adorable.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Congratulations, Michelle. Absolutely. Coach, congratulations. What just a phenomenal performance tonight, in particular by your defense.
I mean, I tell you what, that's a week's worth of preparation right there, and just attitude that all came together at once. I got my little one here for those listening, my new baby girl. But no, it was just it's what you want to see. They played their butts off. We were on BNL's side of the football all night. Our defensive line, man, that was just dominant. That's one of the more dominating performances I've seen since we've been here. So I was excited to see them perform. They deserve that. They earned everything they got. We're going to have a lot of helmet stickers to hand out on Monday.
And then they got points too.
Yeah, man.
They deserve to get a score. And they got a safety.
That's one of our goals: is scoring on defense, set up a score, and we did both tonight. So very proud of our defense. Very proud of our defensive staff. I thought they did a heck of a job all week long getting us prepared. Hey, baby girl, you want to say hi? You want to say hi?
They ran a screen early in the game.
Yeah,
They ran a screen early in the game, and we saw Jalen. He read it out perfectly.
Oh, yeah, read it out perfectly.
And you could I told Jay and the crowd, I said, basically, you can tell they knew that play was coming. And he sniffed it out and made the tackle for a loss.
Well, like I said, we did some things this week that we haven't really done in the past. But we've also, our leadership on the defensive side of the ball is tremendous this year. Yeah. And you've got a lot of guys that have played 3 or 4 years worth of football now. And it's coming to them. And, last week we talked about how it was a tale of two halves, and we let one get away from us in the second half, and it was a collapse and all that. And our guys took that personal, and our defense took that personal. And I don't think they could have come out and played much better than what they did. They were where they needed to be. We had a couple plays that some things got away from us, and we fixed that on the sideline, but they were where they needed to be. They listened to the coaches. They weren't doing their own thing, and they played tough football. They played tough, disciplined football.
And I thought offensively, we had the one long pass to Jalen, but the rest, the whole night, it was very methodical. Just moving the ball down the field, doing things, running the ball, occasionally passing the ball. Maybe not the prettiest, but it got the job done.
Right, exactly. It wasn't the prettiest, but it's what we practiced. We were going to try to run the clock if we needed to run the clock, and I thought we did a good job of doing that. But I thought we also did a good job of getting plays that we needed to get at the right time. And there were times we struggled to run the ball in some inside zone and power, and we tripped. We got hit with a holding call, and we got behind the sticks, but I thought we recovered. We talked about it. The guys said, hey, that's on me, whatever. We figured out what was going on, and we came back out, and what did we do? We ran the football, threw the ball when we had to, but we didn't go away from our game plan. And we never felt like we needed to go into panic mode when things weren't working. We talked about it, did what we needed to, made the proper adjustments, and then went out and executed.
Coach, one last thing. Yeah. Outside zone, a little toss sweep.
Oh, yeah.
Just really efficient with Wheeler there.
Yep.
It looked good to see the outside zone and for the score there early in the game.
Well, and that's something we put in for Floyd last week was that special package. And we knew we could do some toss out of it. We knew we could do some boundary runs with our quarterback. And we had some success all week in practice with it, and we liked how it looked. We thought if we could get them to line up a specific way, we had the numbers. And then, our first touchdown was on our pin and pull. I thought we set that play up perfectly, and I thought we executed it perfectly. We finally got our pullers out to pick up who they were supposed to pick up, and I said, guys, that's exactly what happens when you get the second level blocked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, congratulations on the win. Obviously, we talked about from a confidence standpoint. Obviously, now you go back to work on Saturday. You win, you lose, whatever happens on Friday, it's the same procedure. But obviously, it's a big one next Friday. It's going to be a big rivalry game, but this will give the kids an opportunity
to go in enjoy this one. And like I told our guys on the field, we needed this to go into next week. We needed this to go into rivalry week. And I think our guys are going to take this momentum, and I think we're gonna ride high with it. But we're going to do what we need to do. We're going to refocus. Big win tonight. Big game for the community. Big game for our players, big game for our team next week. We'll take a break from some conference play. But like I said, this is good momentum for us to take in to give us a chance to be successful next Friday.
You are aware that once Michelle put the baby inside, everybody lost attention to you.
Oh yeah, nobody's listening to me. Those of you that are listening on the radio, my 2.5, 3-week-old daughter is currently inside the press box right now, and everybody's just kind of looking at her. But no, I was so glad this was their first game, my wife and my daughter's first game of the season with everything. So it's a blessing to have them here. Love that perfect little angel to death. Love my wife to death. So this is a really special night. We're really going to enjoy this.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, Jay. Go Owls, man.
Yeah, a very happy coach and happy family. Congratulations again to you guys. She's adorable. Absolutely perfect. We got stats. Lance is ready with a quick look at the final stats. Lance.
For Bedford, Dason Kirby was 4 of 8 from the game for 21 yards. Lucas Ira was 4 of 13 for 45 yards. The team total was 8 of 21 for 66 yards. Really nothing in the air. Jaden Gilbert had 7 catches for 55 yards. Rushing the ball, they had a team carry of 13 carries for 33 yards, averaging 2.5 yards per carry. Brady Horton had 9 carries for 3 yards, so they had barely anything. Jaden Gilbert had 1 carry for 17 yards. For Seymour, Mikey was 11 of 16 for 77 yards, a touchdown. Max Coates was 1 of 2 for 15 yards. Receiving the ball, Jalen had 5 catches for 106 yards with a touchdown. Logan had 2 catches for 18, and Everett Johnson, we'll get him in the stat books with one catch for 15 yards. Running the ball, Seymour had 16 carries for 196 yards with a team total 6 touchdowns. Nick had 7 carries for 85 yards, 3 touchdowns. Trayshawn Hawkins had 12 carries for 44 yards with 1 touchdown. Max Coates had 2 carries for 55 yards and a touchdown. Mikey Wright had 5 carries for 12 yards and also had 1 touchdown. Seymour had 46 plays compared to Bedford's 43 plays. Seymour had 7 penalties for 65 yards compared to Bedford's 4 penalties for 19 yards. Bedford had 1 sack, and Seymour had 4 sacks. And Connor Smith Ice Center Seymour Player of the Game will come up right after this break.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
And back here at Bedford North Lawrence one final time at our Connor Smith Eye Center Seymour Players of the Game tonight. We're going to go Mason Nugent, Braden Riley, and Nick Wheeler. Nick had 3 touchdown runs. And, of course, we talked all night about Mason Nugent and Braden Riley. Those 2 guys were living in the backfield as the defense completely dominated tonight. Lance, a final look at some scores from around the conference and area.
Brownstown will be heading into next week action with the win against North Harrison, 41-3. East beat New Albany 43-17, and Floyd Central is up on Jeffersonville late in the game, 41-14.
All right, that sets the stage for next week. Of course, it's a big matchup, Brownstown Central. As the Owls and the Brownstown Central Braves will do battle, it's that game where I always say if there's one game that you see. If there's one game people come to all year, it's the Brownstown Seymour game, and that'll be next Friday night. Looking forward to it. Kickoff, of course, at 7 o'clock, and we'll start our coverage at 6 o'clock with the pregame show. Want to thank the Bedford Athletic Department, new AD Adam Yates, for the hospitality. My thanks to Lance Hubbard for stats and scores. For my partner, Jeff Claycamp, my name is Jay Hubbard. Thank you for allowing us to spend some time with you here on this Friday night, and invite you to be with us again next Friday as the Owls make that road trip to Brownstown. Again, 7 o'clock kickoff. Our coverage begins, and we hope yours as well, with the pregame show at 6 o'clock. Don't forget about the Tyson Moore Show this Thursday at 6 p.m. IU tomorrow in action. They'll host Charlotte, try to go 4-0. Kickoff at 12 noon. Coverage starts at 11 right here on 92.7. Good luck to the Seymour girls golf team as they compete in the sectional tomorrow here at Otis Park, and the boys tennis team as they play in the Hoosier Hills Conference Tournament next week. Final again tonight. It was all Seymour from start to finish. It's the Owls 49, Bedford North Lawrence 0. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good night from Bedford North Lawrence High School.
Thanks for listening.